Cheers. Cheers. Conversation with King. You know, I'm drinking that Casa Dragones, that good tequila. You feel me?
Ooh.
Reposado. No, actually, I'm bugging out. The Anejo. This is what I'm drinking. The Casa Dragones Anejo. I just want to say thank you for everybody for joining Conversation with King tonight. Today is a special show, a random show. I decided to do this show because I read an article today, and I realized that we as men, particularly black men, are playing a big part in ruining our woman, and we need to find out where we need to stop, or we need to educate the women who want to know how to identify these things. Or they might say we simping. I don't think we simping. What we doing, we're teaching. Because if you have a daughter, or if you have a niece, you don't want them to go through heartbreaks, right? If you have a mother, you have a sister, you don't want to go through heartbreaks. So with that being said, it's okay. And shout out to little boy Lansky, who's the hardest working. I repeat, the hardest working, working, working moderator in the business. We appreciate you. I didn't know you were so gifted like this. I thought we had a great one before, but you definitely filled in properly, and I appreciate you for that. Shout out to on the block, Jen. Jen, you know we're gonna need you up here today. We definitely need you up here today if you have time, Mirena. If you have time, if not, I totally understand because Tuesday, the queens, the flowers are going to get busy on Conversation with Kings, the flower edition. They're going to get busy on Tuesday at 9 o'clock. So going to in, but right before that, you got E Black Show. I'm just happy to be here Saturday. I got my Casa Dragones. It's a tequila made by a woman and one of the best tequilas in the world, Casa Dragones. Please go and support this if you can. They already make billions and millions and billions of dollars. They don't need your money. I just want you to have the right things in your body. Stop tasting that bullshit and come with this. And they don't even pay me. Before we begin this topic, hold on. Let me make sure I got everybody. How do I get the streaming thing? How do I make sure everybody get the streaming thing? Because you can tell I'm filming from a little. The camera I got right now is a little bit like a little bit fly. I got me looking clear. I get to see how handsome I am. You got to see how clear everything is moving. But um, let me see. Let me cut this off right here. But where do I? How do I link them? How do I get them the link to join in the StreamYard to join it? How do I do that, brethren? How do I do that? How do I do that?
You still gonna have
Okay,
to do it. You gonna have
okay,
to.
I got it.
Ooh.
I got it
Yeah.
now. Hold on. Let me see if I got it now. Hold on. Can you still hear me, brother?
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you.
You can still hear me.
Yeah.
All right. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go like this. Hold on. I'm going to go like that. Let me see if I get it. Let's see if I got it. You got it. I'm going to go like that, right? And then I'm going to make this. That's the stream. For those who want to get in, just let me know. I'll pull you in. Whatever is whatever. Today's a relaxed day. Get your drinks. Cheers up. I'm happy to be here with y'all. And this is gonna be one of damn the even the scent from this makes me like real calm, collective. You feel me? I'm just happy to be here. Let's just get busy and get straight to it. But before we get straight to it, we want to give a shout out to the sponsors. First and foremost, please show respect for them. They were our first sponsors. They gave me an affiliate link so we get discounts. They see what we're doing. Starting off as a small channel, you want to get with a smaller company based in London, and they want to grow in America, and they're doing a great job growing. And it's not promoting nicotine in our community. Any cancerous agents, I don't want that. And we also have no THC, so those who don't smoke weed don't have nothing to worry about. It's like smoking tea bags, like literally. This is one of my drinks that I drink all the. I mean, one of my things that I smoke all the time is called Ripple Boost. So please go and support. If you get a chance, that this is what I support, and that supports us. So please, I beg of you, go and show support. And for those who want to get it, I want you to do me a favor. Go and use this discount that's under. You see the little. I'm trying to make a little change. I got the little colors and stuff. I got the maroon color now, the crimson color, crimson and cream for all my cappers out there. Yo, baby, yo, baby, yo. Also, please put in. Go to www.theripplecode.com. Put in my code, the Ripple King, which is me, King, and you get 15% discount on top. Maybe I'm not sure. They have a Black Friday sale, but Black Friday is gone, so you might have missed that. So I don't know. So you might not get that. Also, we want to give a special shout out to my book, Loving Life Through the Eyes of Travel. Please go and support that. This is a very dear book to me. I wrote this when I was inside, but I've been writing it all my life, traveling. I didn't put all my travels, and I put enough in for everybody to, go and revisit the concept of love and passion. Imagine traveling to 52 countries, looking for that special someone, that rebel soul that challenges you, and tries to expose your ego, and so you can find out and identify what love is. So please go and get this book. It is the Bible of romance and the Rosetta Stone of relationships. So please go and get this. Thank you very much. And for those who don't know, I also have now a members only page called King's Court. If you go on your page, just click join. It's only $9.99. We will have special content, maybe joint content with the the family that's a part of this. Um, we want you to realize that this is something that we're trying to do, and make sure that you know again, I don't know if I can see your thing right now because I'm on this, but if it's the stream, i'm definitely I'm putting a stream link right now so you can see it. And I think I sent it to you, I'm not sure, so bear with me. If not, I probably got to check that later, or you probably could hit me in my email. Hit me my email, I could check it real quick right now. But please join the members only course of King's Court. You get special emojis, and Terry's designing some new flyer emojis. So you definitely want to get it. We already got the crown, and we got the crest, but we're gonna have some fly joints coming up. So if you just want the emojis just to play in the chat room, please get that. Also, we're gonna have exclusive content coming really soon, talking about the book. I'm gonna have a therapist come and talk to me about my book and break me down. Also, I'm going to have some celebrities come in because it's time for me to flex now. You got to see who King really is. And it's gonna be one of those exclusive things. I'm not going to charge over the head. That's corny. I want everybody to learn. But we do want to stay monetized. We don't want to dedicate all these hours for nothing, right? It's just fair, right? And if you support me, I support you and your endeavors, and I appreciate y'all. The last thing I want y'all to go and check out is the merchandise. We really do have fly merchandise. Fly merchandise. Being great is a new petty. We got that on hoodies and t-shirts. We got the crown, we got the crest. Go and support Conversation with King, because I'm telling you, this is the new wave. It's gonna blow up real soon. It's blown up already. I ain't gonna sit here and hold you. First of all, cheers to that. Cheers to us blowing up. Can't drink too much, but I want you to really go and support the merchandise. This is something that's dear to me, and I appreciate everybody for coming today. E Black, got any words?
Just thank everybody coming up. It is a Saturday. You know, uh, we should have got our tree today, our Christmas tree, but we postponed it because of a lot of things. But I want to give a shout out to all the members, all the people who subscribe to also my page but follow this content, the people who follow this content and follow my page. What up to you guys? I see it. I see y'all. Not only that, just all the black people in America right now. I hope you guys are enjoying. You got your holiday season with family. Not only that, the people of different cultures. I hope you're enjoying this holiday season with your family. You know, we're gonna have a good discussion. I think no matter how many people are here, there's always good conversation to be
More
had.
coming in. They come in late. They come in lately, and this is a random show. So this is not a show for the crowd. This is a show for the information.
Yeah.
You feel me? This is a show for information, but they always come in. They know what it is. I'm not worried about that. But I want to say, shout out to loving the trail. You are a new member. I appreciate you posting up that crown. We're gonna have some more amazing emojis coming for y'all and some content. I truly appreciate you for being a member. Once again, doesn't cost you anything. To be a member is $9.99. Plus, you can always cash out, and then you can always, super chat, or super sticker. We appreciate everything from y'all. Shout out to April, just got off of work. Shout out to Cece. Love to the God, peace to the God. Natalie, you know how I feel about you. You're an amazing person, very intelligent. I wish you would cam up because you're really a beautiful woman. Shout out to Tristan. What's up? I'm rocking with you. And when we say rocking, we say ROCKKING. Rock King. That's it. I'm rocking with you, Tristan. Lover boy Linsky, you know what it is, brother. Colette. Colette. If you don't know who Colette is, that's over the top. She's a mastermind. Don't sleep with her. Shout out to my brother, the boy ZB. I'm rocking with you. Definitely rocking with you. Okay? And at the end of the day, Danique, Anthony, thank you for all your help today. We got some clips coming out. And this in these clips, I'm telling you that this brother made is fire. Fire. I think I like 4 or 5 of them. I'm gonna put them up. But right now I'm just worried about the lives right now. But I'm gonna put them up, and then one day I'm just gonna drop all the clips on y'all. Bang, 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 bang. Something for y'all to listen to before the New Year's drop. And then we're gonna do a couple of other things soon. So I want to give a shout out to y'all, to Danique Anthony. He's the one that does a lot of the editing for the clips. To shout out to him. So if I never shout him out, I'm shouting him out now. But I think I always do.
Yeah.
I always do.
What up, Danny K? That's my
Danny
guy.
K. Yes, and shout out to Harrison Family Vlog, working on something. I didn't know he's from my hood.
What?
Harrison's from Brownsville, Brooklyn. That's crazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's from Brownsville. So it was really good to see someone like that who is doing his thing on a professional level, and
his story is crazy.
Yes, I didn't even hear his full story.
Man, you got like.
Well, give me a little bit. Give me a little. What's his story? So we gotta promote his page anyway. What's his story?
He's went through a lot. He had to deal with a lot of drama in his life. He, having young men working 2 or 3 jobs. Trying to go back to school, getting a degree, getting another degree, getting a master's, being black in America, raising young men. This is his story. Like, is a great story, and I don't want to shortchange it, but like from start to finish, his Harrison Family Vlogs has a story that should be encouraging to a lot of young men, no matter, because a lot of times we talk about men from small cities and they made it. He had to make it in a bigger city. Big city with
Don't
3.
mind me. I'm sipping
with 3 boys. Man.
I mean, listen, man.
It's crazy. The numbers get. Trust me, when the numbers get crazy, how you gonna tell? A lot of people don't understand what 2K a month mean. When you ain't got it, that's just the cover.
Right. That's 2K
for
a month.
1 bedroom. Not
for
even
1 bed.
When we say 1 bedroom, we don't mean 1 bedroom. We mean 1 bed room.
1 bed. Like you gotta understand. For even me, like New York is just expensive. I call this a luxury bunk bed. Yeah. I say it's a duplex, but because New York is so expensive, and you don't get that much square footage for your dollar, right? No. So you could pay $10,000 a month, and you probably get a bunk bed. You feel me? It's just in a neighborhood, a nice, decent neighborhood. But even that, you 2 blocks away from the P's, so it doesn't even matter, right? You might just be one street across the street from Central Park. But if you go a couple of blocks, it is what it is. I'm just happy to be here, man.
His story is definitely one of those stories that, like I said, just if you haven't had a chance to go check out Harrison Family Vlogs, go check him out. He's a good dude. He rocks with us on Sundays with Candidly V, and we do our panel talk.
So yo, shout out to Big Bad Bull for subscribing to E Black's page. I appreciate you. Yeah, well, for him, we watch football. We do watch football, college football. I'm rooting for BC, Boston College, any day, and I'm also rooting for Columbia University. But right now we got something to teach. But we do represent that for real. Shout out to April Carr. You know how it is. It's expensive out here. You don't get that much bucks unless you live in the old brownstones in Harlem or the old brownstones in Brooklyn. And that's it. But other than that, even that is kind of like, but we here. Damn, he said I got 2,300 in rent and $7K in tuition. That's how it be sometimes. Wow, you could get a 4-bedroom and a pool for that. Yeah, in Vegas, you get your money's worth. In Vegas, you get your money's worth. I ain't going front. Definitely get your money's worth out there. Arizona too, but I heard Scottsdale is expensive, right?
Yeah, cocktails and Flagstaff.
Yeah, I heard that's expensive out there too. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie. I don't know, one of those things, but we just happy to be here. We happy to be alive. We got a little spot.
I used
And
to stay out
don't
in Tucson for a little hot minute, for a little,
word.
back in my adventurous days. So I got love for Arizona. I used to stay
Right.
out in Tucson, and yeah, they got some
Mm,
really nice houses out there, like
mm.
acres of
Well, I'm talking.
land of just beautiful houses carved out the mountain side of a mountain.
Oh shoot, Denise said you sound like you just finished running. You out of breath. He's funny. He's a funny dude. Um, I can't front. Another thing too. I'm just happy everybody has a place to stay.
Hmm.
I don't care how expensive it is. It got a place to stay. Me, I'm all about. I like a view of the water, but because I'm here, I like my seclusion. So it's because I'm a Pisces, I like to look at water. I can't, so I like to look at it, but it's okay because I have my, I have some seclusion. So I'm happy about that. I'm really, really happy about that. With that being said, we have 43. We are happy to be here. Whoever in the room, please don't forget to go and support Harrison Family Vlog when you get a chance. I beg of you when you get a chance. Shout out to Queen Nita. Thank you for walking into the room. We appreciate you. We truly, 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 truly appreciate you. Shout out to one of the biggest rock, Chris. Shout out to you, Wealth and Health. Um, yeah, Wealth and Health is very expensive in the Northeast. Very, very expensive. I know people with a studio apartment that pay 2,500 studio studio apartment in the city. But if you live in Brooklyn and the Bronx, you probably get it for cheaper. Especially in the Bronx, you get a little bit cheaper. But it's out of here. It's out of here.
Wait a second. Do women still discount men who stay with like roommates?
What do you mean?
Like if you have a roommate at and but I mean rent is like say 1,500. You
No, no, no.
yeah
Rent. You can not. Let's say rent is 3,500, four
yeah.
thousand. Let's say for a 2 bedroom, 4,000. Right. thirty two
So you
hundred.
go halvesy. Or do women
15.
still discount you for having going halvesy
I
on
mean, if you come out of
4K?
if you come out of college or you're a young actress, bartender. I forgot what they call them. It's like actress, bartender, um, and like model type thing. They usually might be working. They do casting in the morning and they do bartender at night. You have people roommates. Nobody's gonna look down on you. Coming from college, no one's gonna look down on you. Now, if you like my age and you got a roommate, and that roommate's not somebody that you are romantic with, it looks a little bit crazy, but it depends what spot it is, right?
Yeah,
If it's a fly spot and you got a roommate at 41, it's like, oh man, you really a playboy. You feel me?
yeah, yeah.
And now what I got now is like by myself, so it looks like okay, oh he just single.
Okay.
You feel
So
me?
if you
He's
have your
single.
own if you only have your own private entrance in like the garage, that would be still cool.
Your own private entry in the garage.
Look,
Nah,
I'm from
nah,
the city too, man. I know how it go, man.
nah. Let me get Mr. Best in the world in here. What's up? Let me add him to the thing. What's up? What's up, Mr. Best? And what's good? Hello, we can't hear you, brother.
We can't
Hello,
hear you.
hello. Yeah, we
Uh,
can't hear him. Yo, we can't hear him when he fixed that. We bring him right back up. Um, yeah, I live alone too. I can't do. I had a roommate, and she came on the stage and got me. She came on the panel and tried to get me.
Man,
It
when I
wasn't a
still
roommate.
was in
I'm
college,
joking. That was somebody I was with. Mhm.
when I was still in college, I had overcharged my last roommate so bad.
Mhm.
Like my rent was like 750. I was charging him like 550.
Mm.
But he had the
Mm.
master though, so I was like, man, I'm living free. I'm in college. I didn't care.
Right. Yeah, I don't think I think women could live I think women look at you. This is a great topic before question before. I think before we go into the main topic, I think women, depending on what city, they look down on men if you don't have your own spot. Right?
Yeah.
That's what I think. I don't think that a woman will respect a man after a certain age for not having your own spot. Right? Because what happens is when you have, at some point, you have a roommate and you have a girl, they come in and it starts to be inconvenience, right?
Yeah.
It starts to be like, your girl is using my bathroom, homie. Why is she here? And then she wants to walk around naked. You want to walk around. Like, I like to walk around naked in my crib. I don't, it's my crib. But my crib is different because I have a bathroom downstairs and I have a bathroom upstairs. And it's a duplex in the city. So it's like, okay, that's cool. So when girls come in with the high ceiling, they're like, "Oh shit, that's Buns from Belly. Oh shit, that's Buns from Belly." You know, we joke around, but me personally, I think a man at a certain age should have his own space. Like, how you getting your thoughts together? Do you want
Yeah.
your girl to come in and worry about another man walking in while you're romantic with her? It doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Shout out to the fourth horseman. Shout out to him. I always had my own crib even in college. I only stayed on campus for 6 months. I need my space. I need to and let my girl walk around after I smash. That's a
Yeah.
fact.
Yeah.
That is a fact, though.
Yeah,
That
man.
is the fact, though. I wonder how women feel about that. How do April Card? What do you feel about that? Uh, I believe you in your 30s and 40s, you should still have a roommate that's a problem. But I do understand that money does play a part in that. But I wouldn't deal with someone with a roommate. Wow. Yeah, that
she,
it's crazy. Like,
she tried to lighten it up.
right? Like, how do you bring somebody? Like, how do you if you have? How do you? I mean, I know men my age or younger. Turn the lights up. Though we have 41 likes. Turn the lights up. Let's get to 60, please. Um, I know men my age that actually they uh they uh they live with their parents.
Mm.
And when they have a girl, they go to a hotel. They go. That's how expensive New York is. Some people still live with their parents, and they making great money. They making great money, but they saving to buy their own house. So I don't really knock it. It's why are you living at home? Why do you have a roommate? Do you have a roommate because you can't afford to live by yourself, or do you have a roommate because you're trying to save up to buy something of your own? Right? Why
Are
do
they
you have a
still
roommate?
using that line? Are they still using that line? Yeah, man, I'm on the housing list. You know, I got.
Yeah, but you can't count that too. You can't. What up, baby? You can't.
What's
You
good,
can't.
y'all?
You
We
can't count
good.
that because what happens is a lot of people are in the housing list, and you know it helps people live in certain places they wouldn't be able to live, and it
Yeah.
also helps the developers be able to get money to build um, those houses with subsidies, right? Um, but like I said, I think those houses should be reserved for women and children,
Yeah.
right? I believe those houses shouldn't be given to men. It should be like a mother has children, stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Look.
Hey Tiffany, what's up,
I'm
Tiffany?
from
What's
the
going
urban
on?
jungle. I'm from the
Oh, you
urban
made you
jungle,
made
man.
Jen
I know
laugh.
all this stuff.
You made Jen laugh, and she's a hard critic with Joe because she's actually funny. Um, yeah, but you know how that is, man. Yo,
Yeah.
Mr. Bestonwell, what's up, baby? How do you feel about what age do you think a man should be living by himself, or what's an excuse to why he's living with his parents or with a roommate?
That's a toughie.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna keep
mean,
it
yo,
real. When I hold on before you say it, when I came home, I was living with my parents. When I came home from prison, I live home. I live
yeah,
home with my parents. I ain't going front. And I remember when I was in school, when I came home with my parents, I was with my parents in my 20s, portions in my 20s, portions in my 30s. You feel me? So I'm not
yeah,
going front. I ain't going front for camera like everything was. You feel me? When I was up doing what I was doing, moving right. And I know people that have a lot of money but still be in the hood because they can't justify. Like in New York, you can't live in a place unless you make 30 times the monthly rent. So if your place is 4,000, I mean 5,000, you got to make 180,
is your internet
100,
working?
200. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
press
It's my
mute, press
phone,
mute,
man.
press mute, press mute, press mute. We can
Uh,
hear you. Hello, Mr.
my
Best in the world,
phone.
Mr. Best in the world. Yeah, it's not working. Yeah, but at the end of the day, so I'm not going to sit here in front. And I
Yeah.
was when I was living at home, I had the most money, but you can't move into certain places unless you have the documentation. You dig what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I think people in the hood understand like, all right, he live here, but he got some bread. Until you meet that girl that says, "Yo, hold up, my credit good, we out or what?" Or you got a cousin or aunt that's like, "Yo, I put it under my name. Just make sure you take care of me." That's it. So it's certain things like that. Um, I don't, you know, a lot of things is going on. A lot of things is going on. You feel me? Yeah. Yeah.
I think
Hey, Linsky, I love you, brother. I love you, brother. I love you because you care about everybody. But there's certain people that's not around anymore. I love that silence when everybody, when something, when nobody want to say anything. But lover boy.
I thought we were talking about housing. Next thing
Yeah, we talking
you
about
know.
housing, but he asking that question a lot of times. So it's like he's a good guy. He just want to make
Yeah.
sure that everything's cool. But certain people are not around anymore, and I appreciate that. I know, it happens. They still around, but they're not around. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
So, like I said, man,
yeah,
about this housing
yeah.
thing.
Let's get back to the housing because we want to keep the house going. Because guess what, Love Zelensky? Sometimes things have to happen for us to see how amazing you are.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want you to understand that we going places, and I would love for you to come with us. And that means some people, as amazing as they are, we gotta aim for the stars, man. So I just want you to make sure you come with us too. That's it. You get me? We gotta be respectful. We're gonna be respectful. We're gonna respect everybody's space. But at the end of the day, come through. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you know what it is. Go and support whoever was with us, and whoever's not with us. We don't hate. Turn the lights up, please. Turn the lights up, and you never know. You never know, man. You never know, man.
Because
Love boy
sometimes,
Lensky, I ain't gonna front. We doing the show, man. We got to just mind our own wrench at times. You feel me? Because what happens is it's all about you. You the star. That's what I'm saying. You the star. I like you, man. Let's mind our own wrench. Shout out to you, brother. I love you.
man,
Shout out
like
to Knowledge and Relationship. Go and support their page. Word up.
now, shout out to
Oh yeah, I
Knowledge and
said the belly
Relationship.
reference. You see the stairs in the background. You see
Mm-hmm.
Manosphere. I love you too, man. My Asian brother from Philly. I love you too. You know what I mean? All right.
So you never had a roommate situation at all?
Right. I had a roommate in college.
Yeah.
But like I said, I lived by myself when I was in college, grad school, and then I was going back and forth from my parents' crib. Then went inside to the feds, came back, went to a halfway house and lived with them, and I was out. You feel me?
Yeah.
But it was never about me not being able to get a place. It be me being able to justify it. And I end up getting, and this is honest truth, working with my father on his company. I got tired of trying to be independent and more focused on legacy. You feel me? And I actually lived at my parents' crib when I was running for office because if you're running for a district, you have to live there.
Yes.
You have to live there. You know what I mean? So I have my reasons. That's why I could get girls like, yo, I'm running for office. I live in Brownsville. You live in Brownsville, yeah. But I'm running for office. What's up? What we talking about?
Yeah.
So, it was things like that.
You had to have that bed in the house and stuff. Yeah, I get
Right.
that.
You
The
know what I'm
most
saying?
so the most roommates I had, I remember I rented a 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a second, 1, 2, 3, 4 bedroom house. So I had 4, but technically 5 because the
Oh,
upstairs.
Loverboy Lensky, he's the captain of the ship. So when he says stop, we pause the show. When he talks, that's the captain, that's the moderator. Shout out to Mayette. You know
So
what I'm saying?
back that them early days was rough, man.
Hold on, we got to pause the show for Loverboy Lensky because we want to get the followers, the lights up. Thank you, Loverboy Lensky. You see what I mean? You control the room, baby. I love that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the person you was talking about, that person is an amazing person. They contributed so much to us. But I want to say this again. This is my channel. And what I want to do with my channel, I'm going to do with my channel. And if anybody has any opposing thing with my channel, then it's not going to work out. You feel me? That's it. 60 likes, please. Hello? You hear me? You got to unmute. Okay. Hold on. We're just gonna pause until we get the likes up. Let's get the likes up, cause that's what Loverboy Lensky said. So we're gonna get the likes up.
Oh, hello, Matt. How you doing, Matt?
That's it. We're just gonna pause a little bit till we get the likes up. We need 60 likes. You heard what Loverboy Lensky said. That's the captain of the garden.
Oh,
That's the
Natalie's
main
here.
gardener. Who?
Natalie's here.
Natalie's here.
Yeah, Natalie here.
Natalie's here. We need the lights up.
Queen Nita's here.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, Miss Tiffany
We have
Daniel.
50. Thank you. Let's get it up. Let's get it up. Let's get it up. Can we get it to
So
53? Can we start at 53 or you want to stay to 60? Lansky, what you want to do, lover boy? LBL. What you want us to do? Oh, he's back? Homeboy's back? Oh.
he said,
All right, 53.
Loverboy.
Let's go. Let's go. All right, so let's get back to the thing. He said 53 is cool. We on 53. We on 50 right now. Where we at? We at 53. I want to start this show, man. I think we're having a good conversation about homeless people in New York and throughout the country. I think a woman could stay with her parents longer. I actually would love my children to stay with me, to be honest with you. I think that I wouldn't trust anybody with my grandchildren but me.
Do you trust women with roommates though?
Do I trust women with roommates? I think that's the death of friends. When a girl has a man and she comes over and they only have one bathroom, it's an issue. It's always an issue.
Okay. Okay.
Mayat Peace, what's the correct pronunciation now? I think I've been saying it wrong. I use it, but I hear people say Mayat. Okay. All right. 58. Where we at right now? We on 53. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank you. I dropped the link where you can. Did I drop the link before? How did I drop the link? I dropped the link. Did you get it? Hold on. Let me drop the link one more time for everybody. For those who don't know. Oh, damn, I don't got the link. You got the link? Who got the link? Yo, can you do me a favor? Can you do me a favor? Can you see the comments?
Who, me?
Yeah. Do me a favor. Who got the link from up there? Please put the link up. Let me see if I can get the link. Any moderators in the room besides I need somebody just in charge of the link.
Yeah. I dropped it. If they can copy and paste that one, that'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Just copy and paste that. We can't have Loverboy Linsky doing everything. Help him out, please. Help him out. What's the link? I can't find it, and I don't want to keep. I like this camera. I don't feel like going. What's the link, y'all? What's the link? Yeah. So you think you trust women that have roommates?
You know, there be. I don't know. Man. I couldn't. Like, if a girl had a roommate, because I just think the roommate would be lying.
Right.
I think that the roommate, that's just more like the roommate gotta have a friend that gotta have a friend.
Right.
Like, you know, too many drinking parties. I don't know. Sometimes privacy is good, but sometimes you need somebody to watch your back. But, you know, I don't know.
I think I love my daughter. Hit the invite button. Yeah, I see I don't have the invite button because I'm doing it from the phone, Jen. So I don't got that right now. I apologize. Let me see if I can do it for y'all right here. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this for y'all. Because I was trying to stay with the other StreamYard, and I don't want no issues. We gotta get to the subject matter. We gotta get to the subject matter. Feel me? Can y'all hear me? Yeah, good. All right, I got it now. I'm in control now. I got this. You know, I'm still learning as I go. That's why I know I'm blessed and favored because I shouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? I got it right now. I got it. Look, Jed, I got it. Thanks for the help. You're always trying to be helpful. You're always cleaning house and helping me out. I appreciate that. Shout out to him. Let's get our brother on the phone. Let him get on here soon. But listen, what we're gonna do, we're gonna jump right into the topic at hand, and we're gonna talk about the things that men purposely do to women to ruin their life, and how can we detect it. To most people, we might seem like simps trying to stop men from gaming our woman, but it's not about simps. It's letting you know that we as a community need to actually respect our woman we need to appreciate our woman, and we need to revere our woman, and we need to really start having real holistic family structures, whatever that configuration is for you. I don't know, but whatever it is, it needs to be complete, and we need to stop wasting people's time. I don't waste people's time. I tell women what I want. If she doesn't want to abide by it, she can go someplace else. And just I want a woman to tell me what she wants. I don't want to waste her time. I did too many years of counseling. Even today, I had to talk to a therapist today because trying to figure out what we talked about yesterday about me, about every woman that leaves me feels some type of resentment, right? And it maybe was me because I didn't care about closure. And my therapist told me today the reason why you have issues when you leave the ladies in your life because you are so dedicated to the future, right? You always building. I never stopped building. From when I was doing the political campaign to traveling the world, to going to certain schools, I'm always building. So I don't have time to explain something that you should already know, which can be considered selfish. But I'm always dedicated to the future. And what happens is, we need to know who we are and find someone that is aligned with those beliefs and not have these issues. Like E Black is a Christian. He shouldn't be unevenly yoked with someone that's not a Christian because it's going to lead to confrontation and issues and resentment, right? But whether you're Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, or whatever you are, polygamous, I don't care. You need to make sure that you are not misleading the woman out here, because what you're doing, you're tearing her down, and you are stopping her from living a life that she deserves. And like Natalie says, protecting women is not being a simp. I'm really tough, right? And when I say tough, not mean I'm gonna go and spray the block up and all that. I'm really a protector. And I don't want anybody misusing women. Now, I'm not gonna lie, in my past, I wasn't the best guy in the world, but what happens is, as you grow older, you realize you have to grow into and do manly things, and manly things is being righteous in regards to treating women. All the gangsters I know, all the warriors I know, all the freedom fighters I know were respectful to women. You just can't be respectful to your grandma and your daughter and then treat your lady like she ain't worth anything.
It's a sad sight in this day and age when, black men are always like, everybody has to be a playboy. Everybody has to be a player. Everybody has to be a pimp. Everybody has to be a misogynist. And it's hard enough for black men just to say, hey, you know what? I want to be in a relationship with a woman. Nah, you a simp, man. These women ain't want. No, what's wrong? Like, what's wrong with saying, hey, I want to have a girlfriend? Right. I want to be in a relationship.
Right.
Nah, man, you a simp. Nah, man, you need to explore your options. You need to do this. You need to. It's like
right. And you know what, E Black, I don't mind a man exploring his options, but you don't gotta treat a girl like crap to do that, right? You don't gotta be like, I'll get all these bitches, all these hoes be on my. No, you could be like me, right? You could really treat everybody with respect and adore them. And the only thing they're gonna ask you who you're gonna choose. But you shouldn't treat them, you shouldn't lie to them. And you'd be surprised. A lot of women will still deal with you, even if you are dealing with other women, because you're honest. And you're not playing with their feelings, you're not playing with their time. So I really want men to start realizing that you could be a lover boy like Lenski. You see how Lenski give it up in here? Lenski compliments everybody, talks to everybody, and he don't be coming like talking down to them. And that's why the flowers in the garden appreciate Lenski. That's why one of the reasons why I made him moderator, because he knows how to talk to women. He cares about them. And you can care. And if you know Lenski's real story, I can't wait till that comes out. Then you're gonna even realize why he loves women the way he loves women. And you're gonna be like, y'all gonna cry when y'all hear his story. Y'all gonna cry when y'all hear little boy Lenski's story. I wish he could come up now, but I know that he got to do with Chef. But If I had a chance to question him, I'd be like, yo, it's a different type of story. But we need to get past. Men need to start feeling that hurt. You know what I mean? Stop feeling that hurt. Like, you don't have to be. You can still be a over sexual playboy, world traveler, and not call a girl a B word. You can still buy dozens of flowers. You could pay her bills. You could pay her phone bill. And I mean, and I'm not saying, oh, when she tells you don't have no woman drag you. But if you feel like you want your lady to have a peace of mind for the month, here's the rent. Here's half. What other bills you have? Because I can't afford the rent, but I can pay your phone bill. I can pay your Verizon. Oh, here's some money for nails in here. That's not simp. Why you want your girl to do everything for you, give you top, give you sex, and still look good on her own money? I don't know. Maybe, but
then they don't want them to make money. But then they don't want them to make money. They want them to be stay-at-home wives. So I don't get that.
Right. You don't want to make money. Then my thing is this: you do all this, right? And guess what happens? You get mad when she finds somebody else that wants to do what you won't do for her. You feel what I'm saying? You hear what Tristan says. It's not about, I'm not with that red pill thing. I'm not with that whole manosphere thing where you gotta disrespect the woman. You gotta be, if you're the man, you're the man. She gonna know that. And if she doesn't know that, then you can move along because you got options. Right? If a woman don't move, every woman I dealt with, they get mad, they get resent me because I move on and they want me to bring them along. Right? But none of them could never say they never felt loved. They probably felt hurt because they can't come along with me.
There's too many bedroom police. There's way too many bedroom police. There's too many cats who want to pull up reports on your bedroom activities and dictate how you handle your stuff in your relationship. It's like, stop.
Peace, Don Carrera. What's going on, Don Carrera? What's good with you? Yeah, it's too many people. So, we want to be a little bit more mindful of who we dealing with and how we deal with them. But today we're talking about how we as men, because I can't talk for women. I do know women enable men to act like this. That's what I'm going to say. Y'all allow us to act like this because we wouldn't be doing it if y'all didn't allow it, right?
Yep.
So you are essentially, because you fear of dying alone or wanting to have somebody like to help you with expenses, like if you live in New York City or anywhere you live, you deal with BS that you wouldn't tolerate. But I'm telling you, you enable us, but we're still the choices that we do to mislead y'all. And I'm going to basically come today and talk about this. Today, I don't care if people like it or don't like it. It's the truth. And I need the ladies, if y'all like what we saying, you know the Cash App is at. You know what the super stick chats is at. And you can join the room because we're going to tell the truth. And I need y'all to not only comment, but support this page so we continue to give you this type of information. So we're going to start today. Shout out to Mr. Best in the World. What's up, baby? Are you ready for the convo today?
I am. Can I comment on what I just said real quick?
Definitely. Real quick, and then we're going to jump into it, brother.
Definitely. I'm not saying you're welcome, man. Thank you for having me on, bro. I appreciate all y'all. Shout out to my man E Black TV, my guy. King, you already know what it is, family.
What up, family?
First. Yeah,
family
man.
First.
With that being said, real quick, I just want to say, like, you ain't got to be mean to women, but nowadays you got to be very assertive. Because if not, man, you can get scammed. You can get set up. You know what I mean? You can get a lot of things happening to you, man. These women are not the women that we have grown up with, or that our moms or our grandmas or our aunties are, or our older cousins. They're different. And they on some thought stuff, and they be doing some crazy stuff, bro.
Right.
You thinking that she wifey, and she not wifey. She Mikey's.
Right.
Who like Nikes? You know what I mean? Like she all over the place. You like, dang, like I done took this, I done took care of that. Then all of a sudden she ghosting you.
Right.
You're like, wow. So yeah, that's all I gotta say, man. You gotta be real assertive, and you gotta basically vent and scout them the way they vent and scout us.
Right.
You know
but you know the thing is, and I hear from a lot of women, they say, hey, all the men that complain about women aren't the top men anyway. They got a little money and they feeling themselves. That's what they say, right? That's what they say. Like you got a little bread and you're not even somebody I will even deal with. But I want to say to a woman, there's people dealing with that guy for him to feel like that, right? Or there's a group of men that's supporting that guy's frame of thought. That's why he feels like that. I call myself Neo in the Matrix. I'm trying to shift the paradigm. I'm really who I say I am, and I'm real. So, and not saying that I'm real than anybody else, but I'm authentic in the fact that I'm going to tell you what's really going out here. Don't let these guys fool you. Most of the guys that talk down to women, they got a wife, and they locked up in the room and they saying stuff in the computer, but they don't really live that life. I'm telling you that. I'm telling you that right now. These dudes are not living the life that they talk about on this,
or never have,
and never. Don't, like I said, I mess with all types of women. I mess with the models, to the IG models, to even some people I shouldn't be messing with. But I've been around it all.
Hey, man, I had some MySpace models and some AOL models, man. Come on.
MySpace.
Hey,
that's a
guy.
long time ago. That's before they had filters.
Yeah, I had to deal without filters, so
Right.
Nah,
yeah, you funny. But we want to talk today. We're going to talk about how men are purposely ruining. Thank you. Get the likes up. 71. Let's get to 100 today. Today's going to be a beautiful day. Please donate. Also, please go to my merchandise store. If you can, I appreciate it. And also, for those who don't know, I have the book out and also Ripple. So remember, the members only club, King's Court, join $9.99. Also, go to Conversation with King merchandise if you can. And also, do me a favor, do the book. Do the book. Go get the book. It's a fly book.
Bro, I gotta give you your flowers real quick, man.
Oh,
that
word?
book is amazing, bro.
For real?
Yo, I was reading it. Okay, let me tell you something. I've been in my situation with my partner for over a decade, right?
Mm-hmm.
I read it and I said, yo, this dude know things about love that I don't even know. Seriously, bro. I'm legal with mine.
No, hold on. Let me take a shot to this because
take a shot to that. Most definitely. I gotta give you flowers, bro. Yo, you said it was like you said it was so profound because I was reading it.
I didn't pay you for this. I didn't pay you for this.
No,
pay for this.
This is real. This is real. We family.
Right.
This is real for real. I'm giving you 100, bro.
Thank
I
you.
was reading a joint. I ain't gonna tell people too much. I'm gonna give them a little snippet. I was reading a joint about when you went to one of the foreign lands.
Mm-hmm.
You had chill with this great female, and nothing happened on the night that you courted her. And you told me, and you basically explained how she taught you how to love, man. And when I read that as a man, I said, yo, oh my gosh. Like, there's things about love I don't even know.
Right. It's crazy because the book is small, right? But it's a layered book. It was written in a poetic and a layered way. So it might seem rudimentary, but if you dig deep into it and you read it over and over again, it's like an Easter egg. You're going to see new things about it. So I'm just so happy and I'm grateful. This is all I only came on YouTube and Clubhouse just to promote my book, and I end up getting this. So every time I follow the path that my book lays for me, something good happens. And I appreciate everybody, especially you, for getting in confident. It's not about the money, man. I really want y'all to understand that for me, it's about the romance and the passion. I'm not there yet with marriage, right? Because to me, marriage is an institution built to unite families. I'm still trying to unite with my lover. That's an individual thing. When it comes to, that's why in the book I said love and marriage are not synonymous, but they can coexist. Wow. I want to find love first before I consider marriage, right? But I can live without love.
That I read that was very factual.
Because marriage has nothing really. You can have marriage without love. Marriage is about duty. It's about duty. It's about the linking of families and values. Love. I love love. I'm a lover of love, right? I am a person that believes in romance. I believe in when my lady comes in. Hold on, let me put this earpod. When my lady comes in, I am into like put on the music and dance with her. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we get you, bro.
I'm music and dance with her, right? And in the middle of the streets or in the house alone when no one's watching. I'm into love, right? I'm into savage sex. I'm into having making love on a balcony in the rain in Singapore. I'm into all that. But I'm into all that. But marriage is a different type of vibration. Yeah. Marriage is about duty. So even when you can't stand her, you still gotta make sure she's taken care of.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, let's get to the 8 things, and I want y'all 2 brothers to rock out with me. Thank you for rocking out with Mr. Best in the world. We appreciate you, family. So here it
Yeah, I'm
goes.
here, bro. Thank you. Thank you, man.
Yeah. So you guest host tonight.
Yes, sir.
The 8 things we're going to talk about in regards to how men progressively destroy their woman. Progressively destroy their woman, and I wanted to break it down for how men destroy their daughters, but how they raise them. But we're not going to do that. We kind of talked about that yesterday when you have multiple children, multiple homes, and it's called neglect, which is a form of child abuse, right? We're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about within the relationship itself. So the 8 phases that they have, and if people want to write it down and post it up and agree with it, let me know. Oh yeah, well, I love love. Well, Philip, I really do love love. I love romance. It's just that I don't think marriage and that are the same. All right. But the 8 things we're going to talk about is the lying phase, the withdrawal phase, the reverse psychology phase, the isolation phase, the emotional trauma phase, and the low self-esteem phase, followed by the financial suppression phase, and the last but not least, the dominant phase. These are 8 phases that people go through when they want to destroy the woman that they're with. And I want our women to understand, I want our ladies and our communities and our gardeners to understand, here are some of the signs that you need to be able to address or identify so you don't get caught up in a relationship that takes away the best years of your life. Do you know thank you so much, Gator Girl, I appreciate you. Do you know how many women I've talked to, women that I have talked to that says a man wasted 5 years of their life, or a man got with them, got them pregnant, but married someone else?
Mm.
Do you know how many women I talked to that they still are recovering from a relationship that happened 7 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, to the point they can't function? Do you know there's some women that dated older men and learned certain things that have crippled them from loving other men after that man? When we leave our woman, we need to leave them more empowered, or we need to leave them more better than we met them. And I'm guilty of leaving my woman to resent me, but none of them could ever say I left them. Maybe 1 or 2, I don't know, because sometimes I think I'm the man. But most of them could say, most of them would tell you, like, I learned from him and I know how to move, or I experienced things that I have never experienced with any man in my life with that man. I experienced things that I have never experienced in my life with that man. I want our fellow rocks, I want our soldiers, I want our kings, I want our princes to learn how to treat a woman, and even if you can't be with that woman, make sure she's not damaged, because you want her still to be happy. You don't want her to only be happy if she's with you. That's very, very selfish. And we want to prevent that from happening. All right, so let's talk about the lying phase. So in the article that I read, that's why I came up with this. I said I had to do a show today. I said, freak that, because I had a Monday show. But I said, let me do this today. It says that men, when they're dating, one of the things they do in the lying phase is say things like this: I want to marry you. I would never leave you. Be a housewife and I'll take care of you. You don't need to work. I'm a monogamous man. I only have room for you. They say everything you want them to. They say everything you want to hear, so they can have you within their grasp. E Black and Mr. World Famous, how do you feel about men lying to women to acquire their heart and to acquire that particular woman in their life? How do you feel about that?
Go ahead,
I
Miss.
think. Oh, go ahead, E Black. My
No,
bad.
you go ahead.
Um, man, I think the thing is, ooh, wow. Here's the thing. I think when you're out there and you are getting to know someone, you got to understand there's different levels, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you first meet a person, you're meeting a representative. You're not meeting a. I'm talking to both men and women both. You're not meeting that person, meeting a representative.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, that person, whether it's a man or woman, they're going to tell you different things,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to cap a little bit. Everybody caps when they first meet somebody. You know what I'm saying? A little bit.
Everybody?
Everybody.
So,
A little
do
bit.
you lie? Do you lie when you meet women? When you used to meet women, do you lie?
Nah, I never did.
To the rocks in the room, or the guys in the room, have you ever lied to a woman to get what you want?
Oh wait, I would make false promises.
There you go.
Like, that's it. That's what he meant, and that's what the article said. I will marry. What's some of the false promises you would make?
Oh yeah, we're gonna go to dinner, or we're gonna, I'll take you to, some of these places that may tickle the ear or your fancy, depending on your status or your social class. I may have embellished on, say, hey, we're gonna get this movie together, and I'd be like, I'm not about to go to. This is buying you before Redbox. This was before Redbox. You had to get the movie.
Blockbuster?
No, that was after Blockbuster, but before. Wait. That was a long time ago.
But man, ask your question. Pardon me. What's the difference between lying to a woman and making a promise to a woman that it might not end up like you feel like that at the moment? What's the difference? What is the difference?
It's like, all right. It's like, okay, when a woman, like, when like men and women both, like a woman will say like, yo, like, oh, oh, you the man, or you all that, you know what I'm saying? Like she just trying to pretend because maybe she wants your money and resources, right? For that night or for that time. Or a man may say like E Black was saying, yeah, I'm gonna take you here, girl. Yeah, we're gonna go to Ruth Chris. Yeah, we're gonna go there. We're gonna go to Benny Hanna's. I got you. Knowing we ain't going to Benny nothing. You know what I mean? We may watch some Benny Hinn. We ain't going to Benny Hanna.
Mr. Harrison, we need you up here, baby. My other boy, he's up here. He's from Brownsville too. He lives in the Bay Area.
Hey, shout out to the Ville. You know what it is.
Real, but so let me know. I don't think they're talking about. You got men that flat out lie, like straight lie, like about everything, right? And then you have men that embellish, like okay. And then you have men. Do you guys consider this a lie? I kind of like what Tristan says. Tristan tells people that he's 5'4". Am I lying to a woman when I downplay what I have or downplay who I am? Is that lying?
Yeah. It is. A lie is a lie.
Not just to y'all,
okay?
But also to the flowers.
Sometimes it's a good lie. Sometimes it's a good.
So downplaying is a good lie.
Yeah,
hey, what's up?
Like I used to tell people, like, because I was a computer programmer, right? And I used to be like, yo, I'd be like, I just work on computers. Because, like, once they start racking them numbers up, it's like, so sometimes you gotta lie, not lie, but just kind of omit a lot of truth. So, that was one of the things that I used to do, because sometimes it wouldn't be worth telling you, hey, it wouldn't be worth telling you, hey, flat out, hey, I'm a computer programmer. I live in, sometimes it's like, hey, I just work on computers. Let's get to know each other. Let's just get to know each other before you get to figuring out that I make money.
Yeah, so Mayat says there's no such thing as a good lie. And Alfie Kingdom, shout out to Alfie Kingdom in the Bay Area, holding down with his show. He says lie by omission. That means kind of like what I do, which is that I downplay what I have, or I downplay what I did. So to me, like I see a girl, I meet her, like, you come to my crib. I live in a studio apartment, right? Downplay it, and if she comes, like, oh wow, or I might tell her, like, she asked me what I do for a living. I work at Whole Foods or whatever. I downplay it to see her true intentions. Ladies, do y'all consider that lying to you? And is that damaging?
Because King, like, you can't. Okay, nobody on this earth should tell anybody everything about you. When you first get to know them, that'll be foolish. Like, you can't do that. Like, that's foolishness. You can't do that. Like, whether you're a man or woman, you can't do that, because you don't know this person. Like, and you really don't know somebody until you really live with them, honestly. You know what I mean? So you living with them is gonna take some time. Hopefully, you know what I mean. Shout out to
Right.
Gator Girl. Gator Girl, what's up, girl? You know what I
Shout out to
mean?
her. Gator Girl actually said just like Wealth and Health said, just like when you lie on a resume for a job, sooner or later the lie will be exposed.
Sometimes,
Mm,
sometimes that can happen.
Yeah,
okay.
Sometimes a lot can be
Tristan.
exposed.
So let
Sometimes,
me ask
yeah.
Tristan
you,
is.
fellas, do we lie to women because we expect them to lie to us in a relationship?
Of course, yeah.
Damn,
And
you just
sometimes you're
honest
setting
today.
up expectations, though. Sometimes you're setting up genuine expectations. If it's not if you're not going through this initial lustful phase, then you
Yeah.
realize, oh, I'm not trying to get friend
The
zone.
big the
So
big boys here.
what's up, Sha?
What it
All
do?
right.
What it do?
So
What's popping?
you came in. I was trying to extend it a little bit longer. You came in, and we're talking about the 8 ways that men purposely ruin women in relationships. So I want to go over the 8 ways with you again, and then you're gonna elaborate on the first one. So the 8 ways that we as men progressively ruin our woman is first phase, the lying phase, which you're talking about now, the withdrawal phase, the reverse psychology phase,
Oh,
the
yeah, I see where
isolation.
you at. I see where you at because I
Oh,
pulled up a few minutes ago, and exactly at the point that you at, I got something to push back.
oh yeah, we doing the lying phase now.
That's what I'm talking. I know.
Okay, okay,
I
okay,
know.
okay.
I
Go ahead,
know.
go ahead, go ahead.
And Afi said something about lying by omission.
Okay,
Right?
hold on one second. Hold on one second. I didn't know my brother's a New Yorker too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good evening,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah.
We got
D,
a
what's
full
What's
house
going
good?
today.
on?
Hold on. We got a full house today. Let me put the boy on top right here.
What's going on, Drake? Good
What
seeing
up,
you
you
in these.
black?
Good
Went to the
seeing you in
top.
these parts of YouTube. You know?
Let's get on the bottom. Let's get on the bottom, Mr. Best in the world. You down here with me. You down
Yes,
here
sir.
with me. All right, listen. So we talked about the phases. I hope you heard it, Mr. Harrison. I heard Chef say he heard it. You heard it. You want me to go over the 8 phases, or
Yeah, if you don't
want
mind.
I will, okay, I would love to. All right. So what it is the 8 phases of how men progressively ruin women are the lying phase, the withdrawal phase, the reverse psychology phase, the isolation phase, the emotional trauma phase, the low self-esteem phase, the financial suppression phase, and the last but not least, the dominant phase. And we're talking about the lying phase. In the article, it says that men would tell women anything for I will marry you. I want you to I want you to stay home and not work, and I will take care of you. Whatever you need, I'll be there for you. And this is something that we are trying to, trying to help women identify. How do we
Yeah.
help women in our community or outside of our community? Because I date everything under the sun. I don't care what. As long as you look good, I'm on it, right? But how do we help our Black women, particularly and other women, to identify men when they lie to them? How do you identify? And one thing my father used to say is, and then you and Chef could go. He used to say, "Don't watch what a man says, watch what he does."
Yeah.
Right? But how do you tell a woman? Here's a question for both of y'all. I like trying to get y'all in some hard questions. Everybody, Chef knows this. How do you tell a woman that her biological clock is ticking? How do you tell a woman to watch what a man says or does when she doesn't have that much time? What advice would you give her?
I'll let my brother Chef go first.
Oh, Chef, let me move that. Hold on. Let me move that. I'm sorry. I'm learning this. I'm learning this whole thing, baby. Hold on. How you move that? All right, good. There you go. I'm learning. All right, go ahead.
If you leave it up there, you could leave Mr. Best in the world up there because he only has a small emoji in the middle.
Okay. Let me do that. Hold on. Let me do that.
Yeah, you keep,
I'm trying to
keep the logo up there.
I was trying to put you on top. All
No,
right, there you go.
so nobody
It's
cut.
good? All right, good.
Right. Problem solving at its finest. So, yo, what do I tell her? In order for me to answer what I will tell someone, I also have to eliminate, because I have to create a thought process whereby the information I'm giving someone, the information I give is not go left, go right, stand still, move backwards. What I do is I provide a set of options that I'm aware of and what the particular trajectory of each of those options would be, so that person can make a well-informed decision, or a 3DM, DDDM, data-driven decision-making, right? So what I would do is think about the things I would not tell her and why. I would not press the wall, the proverbial wall that the manosphere speaks of. I would not press the wall. Why would I not press the wall? Because I believe that the concept of it creates a level of fear, a level of scarcity, you know, and fear. We always talk about fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Even me being a stock market investor, they always talk about FUD. There's FOMO and FUD, fear of missing out, and fear, uncertainty, and doubt. That fear, uncertainty, and doubt, those things are the things that will be the adrenaline that will push you towards any kind of decision, be it, you know, bad, good, or indifferent. So I would not push the wall. I would literally state that in order for them to be, to get what they want within whatever specified time frame they choose, I would speak less to the rush and more to increased stimulus, right? Or stimuli. How was that? Have more conversations with people. Literally, have more conversations with people. You know, put yourself out there, but not within some sort of desperate looking sense. Interact with people, because in the end, we add on all of the layers. Normally, watch this. Here's the way it goes sometimes with love and loneliness. That loneliness is that man, naked man. It's a naked man. And the only thing that he wishes for is a coat. The only thing he wishes for is a cloak to be warm. That's what loneliness is. But as we as people, human beings, these weird creatures we are, as we get that cloak of warmth, it's not enough. We want special pockets on the cloak. We want buttons on the cloak. We want to gain different things attached to it to make it a much better cloak.
Right.
It's us that put on all of these extra things in the end that make us say that we want this, that, and the other. I believe once people start reaching that point in life, they just want a freaking cloak. They just want a coat.
Right.
All of the bells and whistles are removed. So I believe that reminding them or asking them to look within themselves to see, look, what is it that you really want at this point? All right. You still want Brad Pitt? You still want Boris Kojo? You still want Idris Elba? You still want that? Or do you want a damn coat? Nobody's telling you to stop looking, you know, but it's about a level of understanding as well, especially if you have a set of criteria that you're choosing from. You're the one that may be creating your own loneliness at some point.
Right. Okay, Mr. Harrison, to go back to the question of lying, how you help women in regards to identifying men lying in a relationship to keep them there or to acquire them.
So I think both men and women have a sense of what they what the other gender expects in a relationship in the very beginning, right?
Right.
A guy who's about the games, in most cases. Now, again, I never speak in absolutes. Okay.
Right.
It applies to some. It may apply to most, but it definitely won't apply to all. So just hear me out. So guys are smart, and they know exactly what they want to do to get to the end game, the end goal. And I say this respectfully, and this is when like, you know, the men out there will come in the chats. This dude's a simp. Hear me out. Hear me out before you guys go there. All right. Ladies, if a man is willing to put out so much from the jump, that can be a sign that he's just about the short term, the short game. Men are calculative. Men like to invest after doing research, because men want to invest in most cases the short shot. Some men like to gamble and put, you know, the money out there, but, you know, smart men will invest, and they know what they want to invest into. This is a good product, right? So I'm going to invest in them. I'm going to invest my time. I'm going to invest my energy. I'm going to invest my finances. Ladies can probably be a lot more safer not jumping into situations with men looking to impress them in the very beginning.
Right.
You know, and I think a lot of ladies fall into that. Again, not all. A lot of ladies fall into that. Oh, wow, he's treating me this. Now, here's the thing. There's some ladies out there, brothers, and we can all agree, that want that. They don't want a relationship. They just want these men to put money out on them.
Right.
But ladies, if you're in a situation where you want to find somebody that's serious, that really is about, you know, I want to be somebody's husband. I want to raise a family. If that's what you want, then stop looking for the guy that's willing to put out money so quick on you.
Right.
Okay. Because then you got to understand, if he's supposed to lead you.
Hold on, Harrison. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do men use money to lie?
Absolutely. Absolutely. How? What's homeboy's name from Fresh and Fit?
We started. We going hard already. Going hard already. Go hard.
Fresh. Walter Weeks. That's Walter. Fresh.
Listen, Fresh. Look, he's a prime example. A prime example.
I don't know him, but whatever. We do.
I don't know him either, not personally. Right. You know, but we know what he's putting out there, and that's one of the things he's been doing, lying with his finances, right? He's and here's the thing: he's not only lying to women, he's lying to us too, because a lot of us believing these lies, and we're investing more money into this dude, hoping that he'll give us some kind of advice. And he's lying with that too. So men definitely could lie with their finances. Let's keep it 100, right? If a man is really wanting to impress a woman, there's no shame in him. Well, in him, he has no shame in going to rent a nice luxury car for the night, right? Ask a boy for, you know, some money. Hey, listen, you know, let me borrow a band and get some money and take a young lady out, just so that, you know, he could impress her and try to, you know, be who he's not.
Right.
And, I have.
So how you feel about the young boy, like the young king when he was younger? He flew to Miami, or he went to the south of France in Monte Carlo and rented a Ferrari. Am I lying?
Yeah. No. Because let's be real. If I was going away, right, and I'm going to try to get that full, you know, executive type of experience. Okay, right. But if I'm doing that and telling this lady this is my lifestyle all the time, you know, I'm deceiving her. You know, I'm deceiving her, and that's wrong.
There is some financial lying that is appropriate.
Well, there's another side to it. There's another side to it.
What's appropriate? What's a
smart person, a person with good financial wherewithal, say a wealthy person.
Yes.
It's recommended that they downplay their wealth.
Absolutely.
In the beginning.
Okay.
That's what wealthy people do, is downplay their wealth. Famous people, they'll go somewhere looking bummy or whatever and downplay their fame, and they'll respect whatever love they get from somebody who doesn't know who the hell they are.
Right.
You know, before it's somebody else who knows every one of their songs or every one of the roles they acted in.
That's the Prince Hakeem.
Right. So what I say to you is this. When we talk about lying, even though people don't, when they say lying is lying, it's wrong. People actually really think about the actual definition of it, what it entails, and think about the fact that we are trained to lie to folks. And a lot of times it is out of two P's. politeness, and political correctness. Excuse me, 3 P's, and peace. All right. Your old lady don't look nice in that dress. Boom, boom, boom. Do my ass look big, honey? Boom, boom, boom. You know, I was just being funny with those. But you understand those types of things.
Mm-hmm.
We are trained as civilized beings to lie in order to make someone feel good, in order to protect ourselves. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Watch this. Watch this. Is it wise for a girl, I'm about to make it super spicy, who happens to be a nymphomaniac that's currently in therapy? Does it make sense for her to tell King on the first date? Does it make sense for her to tell that person on the first date? Does it make sense for someone to reveal certain strengths and Achilles heels to people on the first date, which could potentially put them at risk?
Right.
So we can say this is right, this is wrong. But then at some point, if we can see a certain place where we would consider it appropriate, then that's a conundrum you would have to address, because we're taught to lie.
Right. So before we move into the next phase, I want to ask the fellas a question, because I don't think we hit the question in the head. When men make promises like, I want to marry you, I want to take care of you for the rest of my life, and they leave the woman, can a woman consider that being lied to?
Yeah.
Why is that? Because it's a conditional truth. Are there conditional truths that we consider promises? I did want to marry you, but then I show your true colors. I did want to take care of you, but then I realized your lifestyle is not conducive to me. I did want to have you in my life forever. However, I'm moving around the cameras. I got to get this right? However, you're not the woman to raise my children. So are conditional truths, which I'll consider promises, a lie?
Conditional truth? That means if you use that scenario, then that means the person going through a divorce would also be considered a liar, right?
Well, I think there's a point there, though. I think if you lead with the condition, like, you know what, we're doing great. You know, you seem like the person that I would love to spend the rest of my life with. You know, time will tell. Time will tell.
Time will tell.
But you seem like the person that, you know, right now, my focus is on that, and you know, being upfront from the very beginning.
Let me say this. I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro. That's cool.
Let me say this, and I'm gonna just keep it all the way 100. And I know the brother brought up the whole fresh and fit thing. I'm gonna kind of reference them a little bit in my analogy. I somewhat don't have a problem with what they were doing somewhat, and that's because nowadays, if you're not in a committed relationship, you know what I'm saying, and I would say almost a marriage, you gotta keep your options open, and you gotta live like a savage almost when it comes to the dating game, because it's dog eat dog out here. It ain't nice, it ain't fair, and that's just the reality of the situation. Until that person has showed you that they are completely trustworthy, like I said, dang near a marriage. Then you know, until then, keep your options open and keep your eyes open. You know what I mean? Watch who you lay with, watch who you stay with. I hate to say it, I really do, but for men and women, it has to both be that way, because you don't know what people are doing, you don't know how to react, and until you're fully committed to them, it'll be foolish not to keep your options open and to not to watch their behavior and body language. It'll just be foolish. I hate to say that, but it's true.
Okay. All right. So let me go to the next phase, and this is the withdrawal phase. This is phase number 2. So remember, phase number 1 is the lying phase, how we progressively destroy our woman in a relationship. Now, the withdrawal phase talks about men doing less than what they used to do for his lady to make her feel special. So he no longer spends time with her. He no longer compliments her. He becomes cold and mean. She doesn't recognize him anymore. So she begins to nag and complain, and he uses that as an excuse to push her further away and makes her feel all alone and neglected and rejected. Fellas, one, have any of you went through the withdrawal stage with your ladies? And then two, how can we help women identify the stage early so they know how to basically, combat it or remove themselves from that situation?
I mean, of course, I've been through it in different levels in my situation and just in life. I think the thing is that when that's happening, there's other things happening in the background that has allowed that to happen. So it just happened. You know what I mean? A plant just don't grow out of nowhere. You got to plant the seeds. So the seeds that have been planted within our relationship, that now the brother feels like he got to withdraw. You know what I'm saying? And there's either things that he's dealing with on his own, or things that he's purposely doing, or things that the woman has done that has made him start to withdraw. And the best way for the woman to do that is, one, look inside yourself first and see what you need to change about yourself, and then look at the man and see what he needs to change. You know what I mean? Because there may be things that she needs to change, and then when she changes that, he's good. You know what I mean? Or there may be things that he do need to change, and you got to hold him accountable and responsible and say, look, bro, this ain't rocking. You got to change this, because if not, then we're not gonna last. And that's the thing. In a relationship, you want to last the test of time.
So it's like Gator Girl said, is withdrawal phase basically ghosting?
Now, ghosting is deeper. Ghosting is a tactic of the dating game. Now, I mean, you can't really.
The other fellas in the panel, is that ghosting, or that to everybody, not just you, Mr. World? Is that ghosting, or the restore phase is a calculated move by men to get women to do what they want to do?
Yeah, I would agree. That's
you're on mute. You're on mute. All right, go ahead. E Black first, and then Chef.
I definitely think it's a calculated thing. Sometimes people in the relationship get a little too comfortable, and they start talking crazy or having expectations, and without the appreciation involved. Sometimes women do that, and sometimes you got to say, hey, you know what, this Friday I'm hanging with the homies. Like you all week been on texting me all crazy. I'm gonna have to take a step back, because you not understanding what I'm giving you. Now you're getting a little comfortable. Your emotions are getting a little too involved. You're trying to put this relationship in a spot that I'm not comfortable at. So sometimes, withdrawal can be used, and sometimes women need to accept the fact that, okay, maybe I may have crossed the line in a certain level that he's not comfortable with. So sometimes I do have to withdraw myself and say, you know what, I'm hanging with the fellas on this weekend. I'll see you next weekend. Now you got to wait 14 days.
Okay.
I think the emotion. Yeah, I think the emotion. I don't believe that the withdrawal phase is actually ghosting. No. Ghosting is one of the techniques of exiting. So I don't believe that's a withdrawal phase. And I believe that withdrawal, it can be used as a manipulative tactic based on that person, based after you're with someone a certain amount of time, excuse me, you understand their love language. You also understand their attachment/detachment styles.
Right.
There's some flowers that they can be dead to rights to tell you were wrong for doing something. And you say, you know what? I'm out of here. She's going to forget it. I'm sorry, baby. And she's going to take it. And then eventually maybe Stockholm syndrome will set in, and she might forget it or let it go because she doesn't want to lose you. If you work within your frontal lobe and you think about that dynamic and you utilize it, yes, you're using it as manipulation. But let's say you happen to be a passive aggressive, not so much in terms of life, but in terms of not wanting to argue with a woman. And when you're upset, I'm going to give a perfect example. Years ago, my little brother's ex, his girl at the time, she was like, yo, how does your brother do that? Do you do that? I said, what are you talking about? She's like, when he gets upset with me and he doesn't want to argue with me, he'll go 2 days without saying a word. 2 days without saying a word in her presence, right? Mm-hmm. And I had to explain to her, I was like, yo, that's my little brother. and I don't know what the hell you did. You must have done something wild. She was like, I went a little wild. I was like, that means you went a lot of wild. And I was like, yo, what he was doing was preventative measures, because he could potentially say something that he would never be able to take back.
Right.
You know, knowing my little brother, I said, you may want to thank him for his anger management tactics, you know. So some people use that emotional withdrawal sometimes to pull back. Sometimes it works.
Is that withdrawal, or is that just taking space?
Oof.
I would say that it's withdrawal, because he would literally pull back. And part of it was to not say some stuff, but part of it was also, F you. I'm just not going to say it.
Yeah.
So it was, you know, remember, moving forward, backward, left, right, up, down, or standing still is an active choice. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So he would do that. Mm-hmm. And then there's some people, the emotional withdrawal, that's at some point caused by, you know, potential trauma within the relationship. And now their heart is finally beginning to build a callus, where it begins to lessen the stimulus of different things that takes place. So the withdrawal phase can also be a psychological. It's a psychological, I believe, an emotional defense mechanism as well, to help build a little callus. So as it's time for you to progressively make that exit, you're able to.
Well, you know, Wealth and Health says something that most women agree with. When men tend to be quiet or do withdrawal, a lot of women consider it abusive. But sometimes sometimes it needs to not cause damage to someone. We do it to protect us from doing something or saying something that we can't come back from, right? Mm-hmm. But some women consider it abusive, and some people say it's manipulative, because we basically, from what I'm hearing is you're using withdrawal phase in regards to arguments. I'm talking about the withdrawal phase when you stop being who you were in the beginning. The consistency. Where's the consistency? If
you're withdrawing, there is no consistency. That's
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. I'm saying you're withdrawing. Why are men starting off? You get it? How it starts, the lying phase. Then you start withdrawing from them, right? Remember, this is all in order. So it's all chronological order. We lied to a woman to get them. Then we stop doing the things that we were doing to keep them. Why are men doing that? Why are men leading and starting off strong? My mother told me never go hard in the beginning, because if you can't keep it up, you're in trouble. Mm-hmm. But why are men doing this? Why are we starting off strong to get a woman? Is it because we are competitive and we want to let them know that we stand out in front of all the men that's chasing them? Or are we doing it because we're manipulative? Fellas, answer the question, please.
We're doing it because we know that women have also been built up. A certain level of romanticism has been required. So at some point, if society and the rules of this whole magical dating ecosystem states that we're supposed to do certain things, we're gonna do certain things. If I know that I have to have a CDL driver's license if I want to work, do a UPS truck, and I don't have it, then I'm recognize the fact that I'm going to have to get it. Even though I know sometime in the future I may not even continue driving trucks. All right. The point is, it's something that I feel as though I have to do. The rules. Now some people feel like, okay, I got to get it within 3 dates. 3 dates is the rule. So if I don't get to touch after 3 dates, then something's wrong. There's different things. So you come to the table knowing with certain people, the ones you consider good girls, there's going to be a certain thing, certain criteria.
Right.
So when we talk about those things, the people who, if I don't know how to type and I go and I need a job bad, and then I go to fill out your application, bro, I could type like this. Hunt and peck, I'm going to tell you as I do 60. 75, 80.
Right.
You understand? So the point is, the bar has been put at a certain place. You know, that's why in terms of the way that I date, it's different. It's different. There's so many weird pressures and weird, not weird ceremonial things, but there's certain things that have become a ceremonial aspect of the dating system.
Right.
And I've noticed that me being friends with someone and then falling in love with them and recognizing all of those things, you know what I mean? Them seeing me in the craziest way, me at my best, me at my worst, because they never had to look at my representative. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It works. It hits a little differently.
Okay.
It hits a little differently, but the whole dating scheme forces people into a ceremonial subset of behaviors.
Right. So to move forward to the thing, so we identified men lie. Okay, you want to go, Harrison? I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, and we're talking also about the withdrawal and why they do it, right?
Yes.
There's definitely a couple of reasons. One is they can't maintain. They don't have the resources that they lied about. So now I don't got it. So what happened? Like, you don't like me for me now? What, you like me for my money?
Right.
You know, so that could be it. That they just faked the lifestyle so heavy in the very beginning that they couldn't maintain it. Also, there's a level of, as Chef was saying, once the relationship, gets going, he could probably realize, yeah, I don't know if this is the right one. Let me pull back for a second. Let me see if this is really what I want to get into, and withdraw that way also. Let me see what she's really about. Like, is she going to be using me for all my resources, or is she like the right one? I have when I was dating, my dating format was a little bit different, and a lot of women couldn't get on board with it. Mm-hmm. And I had this mentality that there are certain things that I want to give my wife that I don't want anybody else to experience with me.
Yes.
So once you get to that level of wifehood, these are certain treatments that you're going to get. I'm not giving somebody who I just met the same treatment that I will be giving my wife.
Yes.
So she would have to understand that there's levels. I'm not expecting anything deep from you. Don't expect anything deep from me yet until we both get to that place. So in the very beginning, don't expect me to try to impress you. Expect me to give you exactly who I am and give you the opportunity to like that. And I think a lot of these young boys don't understand the value in being yourself in the very beginning.
Right.
And allowing yourself to learn about who a young lady is before you start doing all this stuff for her. And now here's the thing. The flip side is there's some women in the chat that's probably going to be like, well, I deserve the best. Right. Rightfully so. You might
Damn,
deserve
Love
it.
and Trail loves you. Love and Trail, you better be subscribing to his page because you would agree with everything he said. You better subscribe.
Yeah. But you gotta be able to give the gentleman the opportunity to see that worth in you. You have to. So if you say you that you deserve this kind of treatment, you also deserve to be married to the man that is dating you. So if that's the case, let him get to know you. You get to know him without any expectations. And like Chef was saying earlier, I think was it Mr. Beast about keeping your options open, right? I'm not options. Not options open like you're over there sleeping with every single person, and tasting the goods for everybody. Just getting to know different people until you make sure that this person I'm investing my time in now because I can see what I want in a spouse in this specific person. And I think that men feel the pressure, right? That we have to perform from the very beginning to win. A lot of women will make men feel like in order to chase me, you need to be giving me all this stuff. And I tell young men, all right, do not fall into that trap because that shows a little bit more of your insecurity as who you are in a man. Know your value too, bro. Like know your value too.
Right.
Okay. So what you should do, and ladies, you may not like this. All right. There's some things that gentlemen can do at the very beginning that's inexpensive, but still maximize the opportunity to get to know each other. Right. We live in New York. Coney Island is a nice spot. Let's walk around, go to Nathan's or whatever.
I'm sorry, Harrison.
Yeah.
No disrespect. Truth is never favorite. I'm not bluffing about nothing. I see you in the background. I didn't pull you up. It's not out of disrespect. It's because I know when you come on here, sometimes you get long-winded. And sometimes I want to stick to the script. It's no disrespect. So no, it's not about bluffing. I don't bluff on nothing I do. I don't have to pull anybody up. I'm just letting you know that now. So we gotta be respectful. Because I never disrespect you a day in my life. And I don't owe you anything, and you don't owe me anything. I love when you come up here and you speak your knowledge, but don't act like I owe you anything. That's it. All right, so with that being said,
can I add one last little
I'm sorry,
thing?
go ahead.
And it's going to be like 30 seconds, you know. Essentially, sometimes I think what happens is, just like in jobs, sometimes we put our best face forward, we put the resume out with embellishments, and then 90 days, we wait for our 90-day period to end, and then we show our true colors and get comfortable in our new position. And we feel like we try to figure if we're going to keep this job for a longer period of time or not. Right. I keep it simple like that.
Well, you know, I'm gonna keep it real with you. At the end of the day, this whole withdrawal phase, to me, and I agree with what Harrison says, because I'm guilty of that. I'm the type of person to go hard. I used to go hard in the beginning. I used to go so hard. It's all right. It's all cool with truth. I understand, but I read it that way. So it's no love lost between us. But you know how we give it up. We gotta say how we feel, and that's it. We men. I love you. You love me. And when I have time, want to get through this, you will come up here. But I want to get through this. All right. Thank you, brother. At the end of the day, you know, we have to understand. I did that. I used to shower girls early. I used to trick. I used to do all this, and it would be too much, right? And because I want to make a statement, and it was, and then I would withdraw because I'm like, damn, I'm not feeling you, and I wasted all those resources, and I'm not feeling you. I used to do that. So Harrison's right. I was guilty of that. You know what I mean? Now I pace myself a little bit. But sometimes I do have to catch myself from saying, damn, I just want to take her around the world. But look what taking girls around the world did. It got me a book and also got me time with the feds. So we want to be careful how we try to impress women. And that's just the honest truth. We want to move to the next. Oh, sorry. Okay, go ahead.
I just want to address the lie aspect. We as human beings tend to want, when we speak to people about something we're going to do, we're not always speaking with the literal thought of the actual execution. We're speaking to what we want to do. But life has its own way of having its own way with us, right? And it doesn't happen. Doesn't mean that that person was lying. No. It means things did not happen the way that they wanted to. A lot of times when we speak to what we will do, it's more so what we want to do. It's an ideal. A lot of times when we present the person who we state we are, we're really presenting not even the representative, because we're not that yet. We're displaying the ideal of the person that we wish to become.
Right.
You know, so are we lying? Or are we dangling that carrot in front of our face? Or are we writing that check that our ass will need to cash? You know, right. And there's a difference. When we state lie, that's going to be from the perspective of the other person.
Right.
You told me this, and this is what happened. But that's like phasing yourself, Star Wars, beaming yourself from the starting line to the finish line, and ignoring any of the obstacles on the road along the way.
Right. But we were doing withdrawal, but you said the line for I want to act, but I want to stay on that right now. But I also want to go back in order. So should men be a little bit, like you say, parse their words? Stop saying stuff if you can't do it. Stop talking in a hopeful manner. Stop saying you would, and start saying the things you really can do. I think men need to stop living in the promises, right? We shouldn't tell our woman, yo, I can't wait till we move to this big house. Keep your mouth shut until you have money for that big house. Because what happens is we're setting false hopes, and you know we don't know what could happen. But I definitely understand what you're saying about that. Let's move forward with the third phase. So the men lied. We come to a relationship. We lied to a woman to get her. All right. What's up, Artistic IQ? What's up, baby? Ask a black man, baby. You know you always welcome up here, baby. You know how we do. Love you for life, baby. Lying phase, then the withdrawal phase, right? We get into a woman's life, we lie to them, and then we start acting funny because we can't keep it up no more. We can't keep up the romantic things. We can't keep up the consistency, and then we jump into this phase, the reverse psychology phase, and that phase deals with us as men telling women or blaming women for everything, even the things that we're guilty of. We make her question her sanity. We make her apologize for things that we do. When we cheat, we tell her it's her fault because she went through our phone and she discovered our affairs. So I cheated because I don't trust you anymore. We beat her up for trying to confront us about the truth. The reverse.
The reverse psychology phase. You're muted. You're muted.
You hear me?
Muted.
We're on this phase now. We're on the withdrawal phase now. And this withdrawal phase is making us, reverse psychology phase is making us essentially play with our woman's sanity.
Here's the thing.
So with that being said, men on the panel, and we're going to bring other men in, like Truth, as well as other people, Artistic K, whoever wants to come in. What do we do to help our ladies in the community combat the reverse psychology phase? How do they identify that? Where we're making a woman question her sanity and everything she does. Where we say, oh, you're nagging us. You just want information. You're the reason why I don't come home on time. You're the reason why I cheat. How do we prevent our brothers from doing it? And how do we help our ladies to identify it?
You have to root out narcissism, brother. You have to root out narcissism because that dude, who, me?
We can't hear you.
I'm good. I'm here. You can't hear me?
Can't hear you.
I can hear you.
I can hear you. You can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. I can hear them both.
Okay, I hear. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying that what we're talking about right now, bro, is like, who is this dude? Who is these dudes, man? Because the person that you're describing is a freaking acute narcissist. The list of so far on that list that you went down, you're describing an acute narcissist, somebody with, like real narcissistic disorder, bro.
Don't all the men get, don't they get all the girls though? Because I know I do.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm stating is that you're talking about, so why do guys do that? And I'm like, what guys? Narcissists, acute narcissists only equate to a small percentage of the population. You get me? And those always are the people that we have to watch out for. Men, we have to watch out for male narcissists as well. That narcissism doesn't just move within the confines of a quasi-sexual relationship. Narcissism is narcissism. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the spectrum of sociopathy, of being a sociopath.
So all the flowers in the garden, do you know men that move like this, that don't consider themselves narcissists? Because a lot of men don't consider themselves narcissists.
May I say something?
Yes.
I think in Western culture, or due to Western culture, I think everyone is a narcissist in a sense. You know what I mean? Like you go to Starbucks, they don't get your coffee on, or the way you want them to get your coffee, you tripping out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And it's like, it's just coffee, right? But we're so programmed to get everything we want at a certain aspect that we all have a little bit of narcissism just due to society. But I think because of that, it now starts to transform into our relationships.
Right.
It starts to manifest into our relationships, and we got to be careful of that behavior. Because you may be like, man, a woman should do this, that, and the third for me because I'm willing to do this, that, and the third. But it's like, no, she don't owe you anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Find somebody who's on your wavelength. And I think also the way that we avoid being narcissistic, or even avoid narcissism ourselves, and we just got to really read the energy within ourselves and the energy with other people. You know what I mean? So if you see if that energy's off, you see that person, you know what I mean, is really just about themselves, and you can do a little test. You know, host an event and see what they bring to your event. You know what I mean? Do little different things so you can, you know, plant, like I said, plant them little seeds so you can kind of see where it manifests and how they react, and their character will get exposed. And I think the reason why men at times do that is because they're not secure in themselves. So I'm going to bring the woman down to my level because I'm not, or below me because I'm not secure in myself.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna use my money and resources to bring her to my level. You know what I mean? And a lot of times these are men who, I'm gonna just be completely real. You know what I mean? They, you know, they're not working on themselves. You know, inside and out. They're not working out. They're not meditating. They're not reading. They're not doing things to take care of their own health. And they're not cooking in the bedroom. I'm just gonna keep it 100, man. They can't deliver. They're not just a 1 minute man. They're a 30-second man. They can't get it done. You know what I'm saying? So the ladies are frustrated because the brother can't get it done. He can't deliver.
He's crazy.
He can't deliver.
We say he can't get it
It's
done.
her fault.
You know what I mean?
You're funny. But you know,
Can I add something to
yeah,
this?
go ahead, please.
Okay, you know, I think it starts with when men start getting put in a position of accountability, and then you start seeing behavioral traits, because we started going through the stages of probably beginning, then playing little games, and then when the luster of romance and puppy love start wearing off, you start seeing a true person's faults and character flaws, and the reason why they're probably were single at that point in time that you met them. So I think a lot of times, especially with reverse psychology, it's just a matter of you have to. I would tell women, you have to identify what they are running from. What men are running from? Is it the commitment? Is it the fact that they're in a relationship? Is it the fact that they like to have a certain type of control within the scope of a relationship? What is the end goal for them and their behavior? Once you realize that, then you're either dealing with a narcissist, or you're dealing with somebody who really doesn't want to be in a relationship, or doesn't not know how to handle the relationship they're in, or doesn't know how to handle any relationship, so they just fault on games.
Right. You know, it's funny that you said that, E-Black. I agree with Chef, but I don't agree with Chef. Chef said that who are these people? Because they are narcissists, and that's a small part of the population. I don't agree with that, but what I do agree with Chef, when he said earlier, if you listen to him, people are writing checks they can't cash. And when they can't cash those checks, they start doing the lying, the withdrawal, the reverse psychology. That's what I agree with Chef on. Just like what you just say, they write in checks they can't cash, right? They're making false promises to our ladies, and then when they realize they can't do it, they start playing these mind games, right? And I think that's what I agree with Chef at. That's what I truly believe that's what it is. Harrison?
Sometimes they're not willing to also do it. Also, sometimes it's just like, hey, I got what I wanted. Now, what do I do in this relationship? Like, what do I do? You know, we've already had sex 5 times. I'm pretty much done. Like, what do I do? So now it's a mental game.
Right, and that's why when Chef said that earlier, that's the part I agree with. Like, people are not really able to cash in what they say. Harrison?
Yeah. Just back to the whole thing. I think E-Black brought up a good point about the accountability thing. We live in a time where if we could, we'll escape responsibility and accountability, or we'll put the blame on somebody else, right? And we talked about signs, right?
Right.
If let's say, ladies, if a young man is cheating, right, and you find out, and he blames you because you found out, that's a red flag. Like that's a avenue of escape for you. If he puts the onus on you for him stepping out of that relationship, then that's a red flag. I think a man's got to be willing to accept responsibility. I cheated, and I'm sorry. This is not your fault. But let's be real. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it could be, a husband and wife. Not that it's completely a wife's fault, but even a husband, if they're not giving each other their meeting their sexual desires and needs, or even withholding that, you know, that temptation is going to be difficult for somebody to overcome if somebody's willing to give it and my own wife is not, or my own husband is not.
Right.
So, but then if the husband or the wife chooses to go outside the marriage for that, right, then that's got to be that person's choice. And I think what we tend to do is we try to find ways around the choices we make and blame everybody else, right? I teach fourth graders. I can't tell you how many times one of my students will get caught doing something and they blame somebody else for their actions. You know, it happens often, right? And it's that baby boy syndrome. You know, it's always somebody else's fault, right? And we talked about signs. Just you know, how do women detect these things? If he cannot accept responsibility for any of his actions,
yes,
that's a sign. That's a sign saying, you know what? Yeah, this is not for me. I can't be a part of this relationship because this man is supposed to, you know, be responsible for me and my family. He can't even be responsible for himself. You know, he can't even, you know, admit to when he's wrong. So, yeah, I think that E Black's point was key. And Mr. Beast, yo, you sort of convicted me, bro. I'm gonna tell you about the whole Starbucks thing. Me and my kids was on my way to my brother's house in Long Island, right? And I stopped at Chick-fil-A at about 7:30 in the morning, right? Wanted to get some breakfast from Chick-fil-A, right? Breakfast chicken sandwiches.
It's good. It tastes good. Chick-fil-A is good.
Yeah, I love Chick-fil-A.
I went there and it was closed, right? There's an employee going in, and my son is like in the back, Dad, don't make it hot right now. I said, no, they're supposed to be open. So I rolled down the window. I said, excuse me, what time you guys open? I think we open in about 20 minutes. I said, the sign on the door says you open up at 6:30. The sign right there says 6:30. Why aren't you open? And I felt some sort of way. Like I was like, yo,
right.
Like you're a business, you should be open, right? And maybe it's a little bit of entitlement, right? But I'm like, yo, we should be open. And then my son said this. He was like, you know, Dad, like it is what it is. And I told him, son, don't live life like it is what it is. If you have a business, operate with integrity. Right? Operate with integrity, right? Don't do that whole it is what it is and move on. All right. I mean, like they may have changed the time and didn't update the time on the door. That's fine. I get it. But when my son said that, I said, son, don't ever live life thinking that it is what it is. If you wake up late for work, you're not going to tell your boss it is what it is. At least you better not let me hear that you're telling your boss it is what it is. All right. If you have a business, all right, there is no it is what it is. If you're supposed to be open at this time, operate with integrity. All right. The most important thing a man can have is his word. You know, that gives you a good name. People will connect your word to your name. I trust King because King says what he says. And if he can't do it, he can't do it. He's not going to make any blind promises.
Right.
I think integrity is key. Back to the conversation. A man with integrity will accept responsibility for his actions. Integrity doesn't mean that you're perfect. Integrity means I did this and I'm gonna own this.
Yes.
All right. And that's what it's about.
Okay, I love it. So we're gonna get through this. I want to get through this, man. And I want to get this through in a timely fashion because I know everybody is with their family, but I felt compelled to bring this up today because it was really hitting me. So the next phase is the isolation phase. The isolation phase. So now we started with the lion phase, the withdrawal phase, the reverse psychology phase. Now we're on phase number 4, which is the isolation phase. So let me just describe that just a little bit. It's when he cuts off her family and friends. He cuts off any support system she might have. She feels threatened to tell anyone things are not okay between her and him. He makes sure she has no friends to run to. All her life revolves around him. She becomes fearful. So with that being said, you know, it's funny. I really want to blame girls for that. Women for that, but since we talk about men, because I date a lot of women that says, don't be telling our business to anybody. Don't be telling our business to anybody. Men say that too. Don't be telling your business about me because if I go home and you get back with me, you look like a fool. Is that what they're talking about in the isolation phase? Where we talk about keeping couple secrets because we have the tendency to come back to each other? Or is this really on some Jim Jones, Kool-Aid, coach shit, where we want to just isolate you from your family? I know people that go to church that do that. Like church is like, don't talk to anybody. You're not like when I was a Jehovah's Witness, we shouldn't talk to anybody. That's not a Jehovah's Witness. What is that about?
What's the description that they give?
They said basically, essentially isolating that person from all the loved ones from support. Removing them from every level of support, friends, family, so they're just leaning on to you in regards to
Dependency.
how to live. Yes.
Yeah, that's dependency. Now,
I think it goes back to accountability to me. But go ahead, Harrison. I'm sorry.
Chef, this connects to what Chef was saying about narcissism.
Right.
Right, because now it creates a sense of dependency. If you remove somebody's support system, right, and make you their only support system, now this person is completely dependent on you. Now you can do whatever you want. Right. You can treat them however way you want, and they can't go anywhere because all the dependency is in you. Now, what you also said was key as well. He'll say, "Don't talk to anybody else," because if you do, if we get back together, so it's connected. All that is connected, and it could be the highest form of manipulation. Because now you can do whatever you want, hurt this person however way you want, right? And it's like I remember seeing a movie. I forgot the name of the movie. It was years ago, where this dog was abused, right? This dog was abused, and a kid would see this dog get abused all the time. Right, it was caged up. So she thought one day it was raining. I'm going to set this dog free. So she, unloosed the cable that was holding the dog, and told the dog, "Go, you're free." And the dog went right back to where he would always stay and just sat there, right? Because this dog was dependent on this abusive owner. Right, this dog didn't realize that this person was coming to save them or help them out. Right, but they were tricked into thinking that my only support system is this abuser. Now that it ties into this, because if I can get somebody and isolate them from all their loved ones, and make myself their sole reason for their self-esteem, and I'm building them up and tearing them down. Everything that they need is on me emotionally.
No one's gonna love you like me. Nobody's gonna love you. Nobody's gonna stay like me. I sound like a natural when I say it, right? Did I do this at some point in my life? Wait, honestly, Bliss me said this, and I want you to answer this. A partner asking you not to share personal business is different from isolation. Is that true, fellas?
Yeah, it depends on what the situation is.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, give me an example. What's the situation?
So if people can suffer in silence in relationships, right? Like you can go through certain things and you can't tell anybody. They don't want you to tell anybody, and you're suffering in silence. That's not emotionally healthy for you, mentally healthy for you. You got to be able to talk to somebody about that, all right? But let's say for argument's sake, all right, and let's go to the extreme, okay? Let's say your husband cheats and it's one time, okay? You go and tell everybody in your family that he cheated, right? But now you want to work it out, like you were saying before. Now you look like Hobo the Clown because you want to work it out with a man who cheated on you. Right. So certain things can be worked out with couples counseling, but not going to mommy and daddy with it because it may not help. Or your girlfriends, for that matter.
Okay, E Black.
With this, I've seen it firsthand. I've seen it where, some of these dudes, man, like, and since we're talking directly to the women, this is a conversation about men talking directly to women about how we've seen the game. And when I see this, I see it where the dude will have her pick her up from work, have him pick her up from work in her car, drop her off at his house or to a friend's house, then go around running around the streets. She's calling, blowing up the phone, not knowing what's going on. Then he finally shows up a couple of hours later. They're arguing, fighting. They still together, but she's now not hanging with family. She's not hanging with friends. She's just totally in this isolated pattern because she's in this lost kind of space of trying to keep this relationship going. You know, you hear it a lot of times from women say, you know, I was in a relationship and I just wanted to focus on that. I wasn't trying to diss my friends. I just wanted to focus on my relationship because we were going through a hard patch and I really wanted to make it work. That's men using isolation tactics, because what they're trying to do is make you focus so much on them that they can't think. They miss out on classes. They're going late to work. They're not paying attention to their money income because they're spending money and paying bills for this dude. It becomes an endless cycle, and I've seen it constantly. And I always tell women, I'll be like, "Yo, get out."
Yeah, I love that. The movie.
But it's like, get out. You gotta get out because
you and Harrison are on a roll right now. I want to give you some real pushback. And maybe the flowers in our garden, we call the ladies flowers and we call the men the rocks. The flowers in our garden, let me know if I'm wrong or not. Every flower has a friend that when they get with a man, they don't see nobody. They don't care about anybody anymore but they man. A lot of women, when they have a man, it's not the man keeping them away from everybody else. That woman just wants to be with that man. So is it really isolation? Is it really isolation? Because we know when a woman got a man she loves, yo, girl, I didn't hear from you in a while. What happened? I'm with my man. I'll call you back.
Well, that's good, healthy relationships, not the ones that personally ruin women's life. I'm talking about.
I need y'all to talk about that because I know that's a case. It can be considered isolation. Talk to me.
So that's a red flag for a guy. If gentlemen, just hear me out. If there's a young lady that you're dating, and she's willing to cut off her friends to spend all her time with you, and she may have this I don't want to say disorder, but this ability to just cling to somebody or cling to you and be extremely clingy, and you're going to be worn out and burnt out, very quickly in that situation. Like, gentlemen, it's always good to have your ladies spend time with their friends.
Yes.
And encourage it. Like, encourage it. And if she's willing, codependent, if she's willing to dismiss all her friends to spend all her time with you, that's a red flag for men.
Yep.
Well, Jen said, yeah, but I'm okay with that, and you can tell the difference. I would like for us to hopefully she can type out the difference or let us know. But I also want to say, when it comes to the whole isolation thing, is it considered isolation when women, especially older seasoned women, want to focus on this man because they have timelines of getting married? So I need to be around him as 24/7 because really I only have 8 hours of him. 8 hours to sleep, 8 hours to work, and this 8 hours I need to focus on him. So my friends, every girl got that friend that they don't have to see each other for months, and when they get connected, they know they friend.
Yeah.
So is that isolation, Chef, and then Mr. Best?
No, do I think it's isolation? Nah. I think it's another word that starts with an I that's been used on this network over the course of the past few days that people utilize, right? Yeah. Including Kevin Samuels, and it's called being intentional.
Okay, what's the blurry line between intentional and isolation?
Isolation is secluding yourself from an area, group of people, or a subset of things. Being intentional is moving with a purpose, and with that purpose being your specific intention, which means that a woman that's being intentional, who wants to have a husband, who wants to grow a family, she don't got time for that shit. You understand what I'm saying? And she's making it known immediately where and what is important to her. That's what, if you think about it, that's what's preached,
Right.
The same way when they say that, a man who has a family, you know what I mean? He does, once a man gets grown, he does grown man things, man. He is about his family. So a woman who wishes to live under the auspices of that rule, she has to be intentional in terms of how she moves. How the hell are you going to show somebody that he's the king if you spend the majority of your time kicking it with the Duchess from the other kingdom, who's already married to a lord, or one who's just kicking it with a bunch of maidens.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And don't get it twisted. Harrison, I understand 100% what you were saying. I think the clingy is probably more of an extreme part of that spectrum, right? But I definitely, sometimes that's the way the flowers show us what's important. When we look at animals, a dog is not just, and I'm not comparing women to dogs, please understand that before I can start getting darts. But I'm using a dog because
I'm a cheetah. Get it? Cheetah? You get it? Yeah. Cheetah? That bad joke? No, it wasn't a bad joke, sorry.
I'm using dog because it speaks to simple primal nature, right? A dog is not just going to make you think he's subservient. A dog is going to show you subservience by putting his paws down, leaning his head down, and moving back to show you that he acquiesces to your leadership. There are some things that women will emotionally do to acquiesce to your leadership and to show. We can remember, leaders are not all created. Leaders are also chosen. And she's acquiescing to your leadership to some degree as well. You know, is she going to go cut every single person off? No, that's a concern. And I would want to have a conversation just to make sure she understands I appreciate her acquiescing to what we have going on. And then I could let her know, baby, you can loosen the boundaries. I'm good with you. I want you to chill with your sisters. I like the way you come back after you got to kick it with them. You feel happier. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm big about that. I'm big about that.
They're gonna be like, no, I love you, and I don't really like my sisters. They get on my nerves.
I'm big. As crazy as it is, I'm big on the mother-in-law living at my house.
Right.
I think it's a beautiful thing when you see, especially when it's non-toxic, okay? But when you see your mate and her mom together, it's a beautiful thing because you start to understand things about her, and then you start to learn different things, and you get what I'm saying? So I believe, man, that there's self-imposed isolation, but that self-imposed isolation may be intentional focus on you and your goals and that purpose.
But all right, so let's do the next phase, which is after lying, withdrawal, reverse psychology, isolation. Now we head into the fifth phase, which is emotional trauma phase.
May I comment? May I comment real quick?
Of course. Go ahead, brother.
Definitely. I'm gonna say this. Listen, if a man or woman does not have friends, they're crazy. Okay? They are crazy. Avoid this person at all costs. Leave. Get out of there. Okay. If they don't got no friends, if they the type that's just they gotta be with you all the time, something's wrong with them. All right. And a lot of times these people have agendas. They're trying to use you in order to get something out of you that because they're not satisfied with their life. They're not happy with themselves. So they're trying to drain you of your energy and of your vibration. Get away from that person.
Can you tell? I learned that the hard way recently. I learned that.
Come on, can you talk on it?
No, I
can't.
can't.
100 right now. You know what it is.
I can't talk on it out of respect.
Not descriptively.
No, it's cool because at the end of the day, I always show my appreciation because no matter what someone does, I just remember the good things, and I just hope I hope that person heals because I'm good. I'm great. You know what I'm saying? I'm great. So shout out to the emotional trauma phase. Let's talk about that. So the emotional trauma phase is when he starts to insult her, to blackmail her, and to silence her voice. He calls her prostitute, loser, ugly, fat, uneducated, a lowlife that he helped. Pathetic and bad, lazy, good for nothing, a failure, uses the sensitive things he knows about her and her past against her. Damn, I thought that was considered rough sex. But emotional trauma. Emotional trauma. And I talked to my therapist about that too. I love women. I'm a gentleman. I'm a chivalrous person, but during sex, I'm really deviant. So that's another story. We talk about another show about that. But
bark like a dog. Bark like a dog.
Right. 50 Shades of King. 50 Shades of King. So, and I was not that one, Jen. The other one, Jen. The other one. The emotional trauma. We talk bad about women. We make them feel like less than, and that's a problem. I was just joking before, but I do call girls names during bed. But that's just my thing. But when you're talking about criticizing a woman and making her feel less than, after you already lied to her, after you play this game of in and out, withdrawal, and you blame her for everything, which is reverse psychology, and then you remove all her support groups, now you start emotionally abusing her. Now you ain't nothing without me. How many? I want to see some real people here. I want to see if my channel is the realest channel. How many people have told their partner, "You will never get someone better than me"? Don't front. Put your hands up if you got the membership. Put the crowns up. If you don't got the membership, put the hands up. Have you ever told your partner? Have you ever? You will never get better than me. Matter of fact, have you ever told your partner, "No one's gonna want you but me"? I never said that. I got that told too before. I never said that. Shout out.
I never said that.
That's one of my favorite songs. I'm going to this concert December 2nd. So whoever got beef with me or who wants to give me a hug, you catch me at the concert. Don't come gripped up, because that's the same place my brother got in trouble in Taxstone. So the cops will be there. Be careful.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I never said that.
You never said that. That's respect. Have you ever said? And woman, see, the woman ain't saying it because the women do say that. Who's gonna deal with your shit but me?
So I never said that either. So and there's a reason why. Because if I'm dealing with something, I hope somebody else deals with it. Like, I'm gonna be honest. So I'm not about to make this person dependent on me. Go and let somebody else deal with it. But honestly, I don't see, because breaking up for me is good for both parties. There's a mourning period, but if we end it, it's good for both of us. I hope you find what you're looking for, and I'm hoping that I find what I'm looking for. So I think if I need an out, I need that out. If you need that out, you need that out. So I never said that whole you'll never find anybody else better than me. First off, I don't believe that anybody's going to find anyone better than me. I hope that you find somebody different than me, because obviously I don't have what you need. It doesn't make the other person better. It doesn't make me less than. It just makes me different, and we're not compatible. So
let me ask you a question. Have you ever been with a woman and you say you're fat or you're stupid?
Nah.
Yeah.
I don't think fellas are going to. Anybody in the Guardian, have you ever told your lover that they're fat, that they're stupid? Without any, let's go to the gym afterwards. So, straight fat or stupid. I'm just saying. Some lover boys.
Wait, what do you mean? Like you're fat, or is it hey, you ever
that's what I'm saying.
Going to the gym?
It's not like I
straight insult.
I'm like, let's go to the gym together. I go to the gym with you,
okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But I'm talking about you're fat. You're not good for anything. You're not that educated. You're not on my level. You're lucky I'm even dealing with you. Who has said, oh, damn, Farida. Damn. Chris says stupid. Yes. Wow. Bliss Me says, you definitely call someone. We got a lot of abusive people in the room. we got a lot of abusive people in the room. Wow. Okay. Man. Damn. I'm surprised. What would cause y'all to say that to somebody that you love? The most hurtful thing that my ex roommate, I call it my ex roommate, said to me was, "I ain't like your book anyway." I started crying. I was like, "Oh, why?" You feel me? So I was mad. I used to be to her for a week. And then she said, I was just mad at you. She says, I don't think she said she didn't like it. She said something. And you know, that hit me. But stupid, dumb, fat, I don't know.
Nah. Yeah. Only insecure men go that route, man.
Right.
Only insecure men go that route.
Have you ever called somebody a loser?
A loser? Nah.
Have you called your partner a loser?
Nah, I never call nobody a loser. If I'm upset, I'm just gonna name things that I know that are factual about you, but I'm not gonna demean you. So that means that if you say something to me that's offensive, I'm gonna say something that you did that was offensive, so you could know that okay, I shouldn't be talking because he got receipts. I like to show receipts.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. I don't gotta insult you. I just show you the receipts.
Fellas,
that's how I do mine.
Yeah, fellas, do you consider what Jen said as something that is emotionally traumatic? If a woman says your thing was always little and your sex you was always whack in bed.
Listen.
This is not me. I'm reading stuff.
No. This guy, that's nice.
I'm looking at the comments. You're like,
no, I know. I see it. What I'm saying is, when I'm like, listen, if I get to the point where I'm breaking up with somebody and they on some angry shit, I expect them to talk about my mama's limp, to talk about the way my daddy breath smelled, the way. Listen. You expect it. I expect it. You understand what I'm saying? So once I create a dynamic where it's a particular scene, then I understand the characters from that scene I have to expect. If this is Wizard of Oz, no matter where on the planet in the universe you see it, there's going to be Dorothy, Toto, Tin Man, Lion, and all of them. So if I know I'm creating a crazy dynamic where anger and potential for toxicity sprinkled in there, then I have to expect someone to play that role and be prepared for whatever and create a tough skin, right? What happens when you feel like you're about to get punched or you see you're about to have a car collision? What do you do naturally?
Tense up. Yeah.
Right. You tense up. So once me personally, once I get into a certain point and I know I'm going to be dealing with anger, I start to tense up. My head gets on the swivel and I know what to expect. And that's where the chess player / warrior comes in, right? So she can call me whatever the hell she want to call me.
Mm-hmm.
But she's going to call me every single thing except that motherfucker that's leaving that I don't want to leave.
Wow. Wow. Harris?
Yeah, like stuff like that, I let roll off because certain things may be true, certain things maybe not. If it's not true, it's rolling off my back. Like it's like you can try to insult me. I know where it's coming from. I know where it's coming from.
You know what's crazy? I'm not saying I'm not a real man, right? Mm-hmm. But it seems to me you and Chef E Black are all real men, and you, when women talk bad about you, you do what women expect y'all to do. Hold on, you do what women expect y'all to do, which is to brush it off. Mm-hmm. So, not to go off on a tangent, what is some of the advice we get to young men into how to handle verbal abuse from women and to brush it off?
So,
men have.
Yeah, let me clear that up. Yeah, you're right. Let me clear that up. So, when I say brush it off, I'm saying it doesn't bother me. So, and I'm gonna let her know it doesn't bother me. You're wasting your breath because whatever you're trying to do to tear me down is not going to work. I don't mind constructive criticism. That's going to help build. But all that tearing down stuff is never going to work with me. I know who I am and I'm secure in who I am. Second, I'll let, or no, if any situation like that ever happened, I'm going to say, you're not going to say that again. That's not what we're going to do here. If we are going to argue, all right, let's build each other up. All right. I'm not your enemy.
Right.
I'm not your enemy.
That's
right. Understand this. If I am critical about you, it's not to tear you down. It's constructive. I'm trying to build you up. So don't you ever think that if I'm coming at you and if I say, yeah, man, babe, I don't like this, right? You were off here. and you come back with, well, 2 years ago, blah blah blah. I'm gonna stop you. Listen, stop. I didn't tell you that to insult you or put you down. I told you that to help build you up. We're doing this together, and I hope that if you find me slipping in another area, you would help me out constructively as well. And I think we got to get out of this whole, like, we're either competing, we're enemies, we're trying to put each other down so that we can feel good about ourselves. Nah, that's not going to work in a real solid relationship. So when I say I brush it off, I really want to say is it's not going to bother me because I know it's not true. If it's not true, I know it's not true. And I'm going to let them know you're trying to tear me down and it's not going to work. If you got something to say, make sure it's constructive because we're not doing that in this relationship.
Right.
I also believe, like I always say, you don't argue with women, because women react or in a space of emotional instability when they're upset. So whatever you in emotional instability you may have, it comes out verbally because they know physically it's not going to come out. Men, we handle things. If I have an issue with anybody, we can handle it in a physical manner. If I can't say I can't whoop somebody, but then I'm gonna talk trash to them. But I mean, for the most part, when you talk about women and men relationships, then you have to understand that women will use their verbal mouthpiece just for the fact that they're trying to assert some type of deficiency that they have in form of instead of physical. So, like I said, don't argue with the woman. Don't ever get it to this point. And if it does get to this point and you are having this tit for tat type of situation, like I always say, just don't argue and bring it down to a calm situation.
Right.
And then even if you can't even do that, then it's always a good time to exit the situation, which makes them feel as if they're not getting enough. Because if they don't have any targets to shoot at, then they're mad with the loaded gun.
All right, let me ask you a question. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Just real quick, like the Bible says in Proverbs 15:1, a soft answer turns away wrath, but harsh words stirs up anger.
Yes.
So, we got to, just.
All right, so let me give y'all I like to give y'all a little pushback. Y'all going off of the fact that y'all men are solid and y'all know who y'all are. So when they say something, it's like, I know that's not true. But what if you meet a woman like Jen, on the block with Jen, who knows the truth about you? Like, you really do got a small, or you are not that rich, and she says something to hit you. How do you respond to that? The truth. How do you respond to the harsh truth that she keeps and ready to let off of you? How do you respond to the harsh truth, Chef?
If I had a small dick, then I would have known that shit already. Me, I would probably be like, well, I got a big tongue. I don't know. Like, you got to understand when somebody's going to pop a shot at you, bro. You got to understand when somebody's going to pop a shot at you.
Right.
I gave the example of that's why your mama walk with a limp. But what if she really got the limp, was I was saying, like,
right.
In wartime, if you create a dynamic where someone psychologically is wartime and it creates a level of chaos, then understand. If she knows karate, she gonna kick you in the face.
Right.
Okay? If you know she know you got a bad leg, she gonna hit you with the chair in your leg.
Right.
If you understand that level of anger where somebody would reach out and make fun of, quote unquote, let's call it a physical defect, right?
Right.
Where you talking about the size. And bro, that's who you with. You should have known that's going to happen from Jump Street. That's who you got. And when you relate with somebody like that, that's the person that you don't really share your weaknesses with, your own weaknesses, because that's what they're going to use. But that's the bigger problem. That person, the woman we're talking about is a woman that should have been left earlier. She's toxic. So what are we conforming to?
Right.
A psycho?
Well, Jen is not. Jen is not psycho. You
get what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
We have to recognize toxicity for what it is. So are we conforming to toxicity? Or are we not thinking about, damn, I seen that shit from the beginning. How do you not?
Mhm.
It's just a thought.
Okay.
Like I said, I wouldn't argue with a woman like Jen, just to keep it real.
Why not?
I just understanding what a person's limits are. You just have to understand what you're getting yourself into, you know. And it's not just Jen herself. Just there are women like who pop fly. I'm gonna keep. I'm going. but you know, there's women like that. So my best thing is to make sure I concentrate my talking points. Definitely not getting in a relationship, but I could tell it's hard.
Right.
Pause.
Me, if I know my woman has a woman has a sharp tongue or a smart mouth, I usually tend to become more affectionate.
Yeah.
I give them a hug. It's okay. It's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's when you get scratches on your chest, though.
yeah, but I got scars now, so it's like, you know, I don't take them seriously like that. You feel me? Because like if they could say something that's true to hurt you, just like Chef said, then maybe you should reevaluate the situation. And that's it. But let's go to the next one. The low self-esteem phase, and that wasn't about Jen. I'm just using because she said the small penis. So Jen is a good person. You know what I mean? The low self-esteem. The low self-esteem phase. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Low self-esteem phase.
As you look for that, King, I'm just gonna say this real quick.
Okay, I got it now, but go ahead, brother. You know we love you.
Yeah. So if you see a woman that's verbally abusive, you know what I mean. A lot of times she already showed you red flags. She already was too sarcastic on the date. You know what I mean. She said little fly stuff during y'all phone conversations. So she already showed you what time it is.
Right.
You gotta accept that. And the thing is, with somebody like that, if you're gonna deal with her, you definitely better keep your options open.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because she's showing you already that you could be replaced at any time. You know what I
Right.
mean? She's already showing you that she don't value you. A person that you value, you speak of them highly and with respect.
We'll never
If you don't
talk
value
like
them,
that.
you speak down to them.
Right.
So yeah, that's what I gotta say.
And I respect that. So, woman, we reverse what he just said. A man that values you is never going to talk down to you.
Yep.
Never. He's going to speak life into you. The low self-esteem phase. Let's talk about it, fellas. Let's talk about it. Here we go. And it goes a little something like this. He makes her doubt her worth and beauty. He begins to make another woman or women feel special, but he belittles her. If he has been having an affair, now he openly and shamelessly brags about the other woman. She begins to feel she's not good enough, beautiful enough, or sexy enough. You know, I'm starting to really realize that, you know, I gotta work on myself a little bit more, because I don't compare women, but I do like, I don't like giving my business out, but when I'm sleeping with women, I like to like role play, like I want her, so I want you to be like her today, right? And it's like that might be a little bit too left, but I'm into stuff like that. I'm into role playing, right? Not like, I don't do animal noises, I don't do farm noises, but I'm into characters, right? And I'm into women assuming other characters, right? Because a lot of women, when I want to introduce them to being with other women, you know, they're a little timid. So let's get into the mind of another woman before we introduce a real physical. But I know, let me just stop doing this. But low self-esteem. So what we're doing is y'all guys got quiet on this panel. So y'all been doing worse than me. So I'm not going. I don't know what's going on. He begins to belittle her and compare her to other women. Is that something that is wrong that men do, compare their women to other women? And I know we just talk about the men, but do we feel that women do the same?
I think comparing I'll start it off. I think comparing your lady to somebody else is like a recipe for disaster. Like Jen said, you know, you want to get sliced. Yeah. Like on the flip side to that, King, it's like, you're with your lady and she wants to call you Idris.
I get,
wow.
I get that a lot. I get Ocho Cinco Indras a lot when I'm walking down the street randomly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but while you're in bed, her calling out
in the
another man's
bed,
name. Yeah.
in the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get Brad Pitt a lot. I'm just like sick of that shit, man.
But in the bed, no. Well, for help, I don't swing. I did go to a couple of swinger parties just to watch with a girl.
Only from the chandelier.
Yeah. But me personally, how would I feel if she called me another person's name?
Yeah, with the whole role playing thing.
No, but what I do ask is like, yo, I don't know what other guys do. Y'all waiting for this too. Y'all ready for some?
Yeah, I'm waiting because it's just clip this, y'all.
I do ask who, and this is kind of corny. I do this, but who effed you better, or who is bigger than that? I do that. That's corny. I do that. I'm not gonna lie. I do that, right? And I definitely like, damn, like, I say who have you done something with so I can get mad and perform. I don't want to talk about. I feel comfortable now because y'all judging me.
Hype yourself up.
No, what you're doing is psychologically creating a level of competition in your mind. So you'd be like, oh yeah, all right, I'm gonna give it to you harder.
No, not that.
You mind fucking yourself.
You know what's funny? It's weird.
You mind fucking yourself into better performance. That's all for you, man.
Not just that. Thanks for trying to save me, Seth. But I talked to my therapist today, and it's this morning, and my second one. I have a one that I see every Monday, but I had the one today. She's a therapist. She's a therapist. She said to me, "You associate love with pain." And so what happens is, sometimes during sex, I need a woman to say something to me to hurt me for me to perform better.
Where's 100 Watts? Where's 100 Watts?
Yeah, when you need him, right? Because
he's like he's a master in knowledge of that.
What's the OnlyFans handle? Oh shit. I just need her to say something. If she can say something to hurt me and I still like her, then that's the one. It's weird. But anyway, let's go emotional, low self-esteem. E Black.
I've actually personally seen this. Like I said, I have some wild friends, and I've also been around a lot of the pimp game, and I've seen a lot in my life, so I understand what this is about.
Definitely in the Bay Area. Definitely in the Bay Area.
So
they used to call them Silky Black.
No, I'm a civilian, man. I'm a square, man. But I've seen this. This is kind of like where you don't allow the woman's self-esteem to get so high to where she's realizing her self-worth. And she's starting to realize that because the relationship fails or is failing, it's her fault. Rather, it's him manipulating you to believe in that. So as much as you do as a woman, it's never going to be good enough. So it's always going to be a complaint. And this is where a little bit funny. Sometimes what I want to is funny. Get the likes. But this is where a lot of times where I think, and the funny thing about the manosphere in which they proclaim to want submissiveness, where I think it comes from a little of that. They want low self-esteem. They want to be able to control a woman's behavioral patterns or the way they view themselves. Everything is submissive now. If you don't look at me straight in the eye while the waiters get in the order, that's submissiveness. It's like it's getting crazy these days to where we're trying to regulate the woman's behavior, but like I said, this is more or less when I've seen this personally where men have lowered the self-esteem of their mate because they don't want them to be strong enough to leave them. Or to adjust to accountability.
Right. Make her self-esteem low so she doesn't leave you. Mm-hmm. She doesn't leave you. Wow, that's wicked. That's wicked. Number 7, we want to talk about the thing that a lot of men definitely do. A
Oh,
lot.
you skip.
What? Oh, Chef, sorry, my bad.
So here you go. This is for you right here. This is about what I subscribe to and what I can't subscribe to, right? Here, you can post this up right here.
I'm scared. What y'all gonna post, man? Oh my
Nah, I
God.
just put it in. I just put it in. This is to speak to what you was talking about.
Okay. Low self-esteem is when someone lacks confidence about who they are and what they can do.
Right. Low self-esteem. That person, that individual, lacks confidence. When we utilize the term lack, when we're speaking in generalizations, that means that that person has less than the norm. Because if we use lack, we're speaking from an average or mean-based statistical term, right? So if I say they lack, that means that they have less than what we consider the norm. So that person that has low self-esteem, they lack confidence about who they are and what they can do. Can you give someone low self-esteem? A parent can instill, and experiences, of nurture versus nature, experiences can instill and create low self-esteem within that person, right? Can you naturally give someone low self-esteem, or are you leveraging their natural propensity for low self-esteem against them?
Right.
You challenging the one-legged guy to a race. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
If you recognize there's a certain level of weakness, if you recognize that she's somebody that's large but is not comfortable within themselves, and you leverage that,
right,
then it makes you more evil than anything. But are you actually creating that low self-esteem? Can it be triggered within a person? Yes, I do believe that. But by the same token, we can't paint it all with one brush and say that we're giving them low self-esteem, because here's the other piece that I wanted to say, right? You talked about those things about low self-esteem.
Yes.
Right, but here's the other piece, bro. You talked about giving low self-esteem, but watch this. Do you know there are 4 signs, right? There's 4 signs of low self-esteem within people. Sensitivity to criticism. All right. People who have low self-esteem, they're going to be extra sensitive to criticism, whether it's from others or, from themselves. Social withdrawal, right? That's a sign of low self-esteem. That goes to that isolation piece you were talking about. Hostility, natural hostility that comes from a perceived assault based on their low self-esteem. Excessive preoccupation with personal problems,
right,
whining, complaining, those kinds of things. And then, of course, physical symptoms, right?
Right.
And there's 5. There's a 5th one in there. So the thing is, are we doing that to them, or is that person, that woman, that flower already have a propensity to that sort of affliction where they are easy target for it to be manipulated?
Okay, I like that. So on that note, we go to the next phase, the financial suppression phase. And this is a rare phase right here, right? Because I know men that will skip phase number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and go straight, and 6 and go straight to 7. Financial suppression. They skip it because that's the ultimate form of manipulation, especially during the day of the modern woman, allegedly, right? Let's talk about the financial suppression phase. He makes sure that she solely depends on her and she has no coin to herself. Every property and wealth is under his name. She's overly dependent on him. She is cornered. She can't go anywhere because she has no money and is isolated. If they have children, she stays because she fears where she will start as a mother with no money. I think that damages women more. To me, that's the second most damaging thing you could do to a woman besides have a baby by her and not take care of her, whether you with her or not. because you're leaving her at a deficit. That is very damaging to me, fellas. Who wants to jump on that first? Hey, Sharad, I love your IG this morning. Sharad B Chicago. What up? What up? What it do? What it do? All right. Who wants to jump on that?
I've seen that too. I've just seen a whole bunch of stuff in my life. So, I've seen it too. It starts off with card payments, then it's borrowing the credit cards. Then it's, hey, I need Jordans. Hey, I need clothes. Hey, my rent ain't been paid. Hey, my baby mama, I'm behind on child support. You don't want me in jail, right? I'm behind on child support. You see it all, and it's a very sad state. I think very much women should reconsider giving men any type of money. I do believe in supporting him.
Sorry, Sheree.
But I do believe in supporting a man. But when it becomes a weekly or sometimes daily thing, it's not a good look, ladies. And you need to probably exit the situation. But sometimes, I'll be honest, y'all ladies ain't listening anyway. Y'all gonna do...
If I can also add to that, I guess there's a line that needs to be drawn here, because you mentioned about the modern woman thing. Women would love the man to be the provider and pay for all those things, right? So if that's what you want, then that's what you get. Don't call it financial suppression. You wanted to be financially dependent on this man, so you're getting exactly what you wanted. So now it doesn't work out. Now you're saying I'm left with nothing. Well, you're left with nothing because you wanted to come into the situation with nothing so that he could provide everything.
Right.
So, and that's just me being objective, right? I'm not saying that I agree or disagree. It's just, I have no leg in the game. So it is what it is.
Right.
So we got to identify where the line is, right? Now, if the man is saying you cannot do those things, I don't want you to do those things, and you want to do those things, you want to have a job, you want to have, some things that's yours, not necessarily to fall back on, but that you can say I'm contributing in this area, and he's telling you no, right? You cannot, right? And it's not like something that you guys had a discussion about, prayed about, and then came up with a decision together. If he's just telling you no, I don't want you working, I don't want you doing all of this, nothing, right? Then it's a problem. Now he's definitely trying to financially suppress you. But ladies, don't ask for a man to do so. Then he does, and then you call this financial suppression, because it's not.
Okay. Let me give you a question. From my understanding, women want a man to take care of them, but they also want a man to empower them.
Yeah.
In the modern world, how do you do that? But outside of taking care of everything and letting her keep her own money that she makes, how do you do that? How do you empower a woman and take care of them without draining your resources?
Well, the problem is that with the modern day women is that they want everything. A lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them, they want everything, but they don't want to put nothing into it. They don't want to bring that into the table. They want you to be strong, but yet they want you.
No, hold up, Mr. Best in the World. They bring in the table. That's why I see on Instagram. They bring the table, right?
I am the table.
Yeah, I am.
Exactly. I know they say that a lot. But a lot of times that's cap. A lot of times that's not even true. You know what I'm saying? And the bottom line is that, something that E Black just said, I'm gonna piggyback on it. A lot of these women, unfortunately, they don't listen. You don't listen. And then I know specifically, there was one time, me and another married man, we was talking to a female counterpart of ours. We were giving her heartfelt advice. We were telling her how to take care of her health, and she would not listen. You know what I mean? We told her how to approach men, how to deal with men, and she still didn't listen. So, now, months later, she wants to come back up to us and say, you know what, you was right. But you could have avoided all this.
Right.
You could have avoided everything that happened to you. But a lot of times these women don't listen, you know what I mean? And they want everything, but yet they don't want to bring nothing to it. And that's not going to work. You can't use a man for his money and resources and think that that you don't have to bring anything to it. No, that's not the case. If that's what you want, then go find your father, your uncle, or another man in your family that can take care of you. But
Wow.
don't look for a man to do that, and not expect to bring anything back. That's not how this works.
So what do we expect them to bring back?
We expect respect, companionship, and the love that we put in as well.
Okay,
So if you're putting it, oh, go ahead, King. I'm sorry.
yeah, you said respect, love, and companionship, but that has nothing to do with money. So they could do that. So what do we expect back financially if they're coming in with nothing?
Well, here's the thing: if you find a woman and she does not have anything that she bringing to you monetarily, she can't bring anything monetarily, then that's not somebody you want to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Why would you self-sabotage yourself? You know what I mean? You're basically taking care of someone. She's basically like your child or a parent that you have to take care of. You know what I'm saying? Now, if that's something that you want to sign up for, then expect what you're going to get from it. You know what I mean? Even if she has a plan, you still should keep her at a certain level. She should not be your girlfriend or anything serious. You know what I mean? I don't care how great her character is. You should tell her, look, you still have to go find something that financially allows you to be, able to take care of yourself. No human being, man or woman, should be looking for somebody to take care of them. And I hate that notion that women sometimes think that a man should take care of them. No, you're grown. You want to be grown when it comes to certain things that you want to do, but you don't want to be grown when it comes to, certain things as far as money and resources and different things. No, that's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to take care of yourself. Not able to take care of yourself, then don't get in a relationship. And that's for a man or a woman. And I stand on that completely.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else?
Yeah, I think, yeah, that's a good point, Mr. Bass. I agree. I think what tends to work in situations like this is, um, I don't subscribe to the whole man pays everything and whatever the woman makes is hers, because
Exactly.
we're in this together and we're building a family together. However, I do believe that the man should pay all the bills, right? And whatever she brings, right, is stuff that we can build upon, businesses, investing, things like that, to help build our family legacy, so because again, objectively speaking, a man bringing everything and paying for everything, right, and she's not contributing anything to the when I don't want to say to the home, but to the legacy of the family, it could be problematic, because now it makes the man feel like, this is mine, right, and we're not really in this together. I think and now again, this is up for debate. You can agree or disagree, but if a man is paying everything, and that income could pay it, it should. His income should pay it all. Whatever she does bring, okay, definitely a portion should go back to her, right? But a large portion of that should go toward not the bills, but what stock are we investing in this month with what you got left over? Is there a property that we're looking at that we need to put money down on so that we can
Progress plan.
yeah. So, this is what we're doing with the extra money that you're bringing into to our family. Now, this is our money, right? This is ours. We're doing this together.
Right.
What's yours is not yours. What's mine is not mine. We're in this together. Now, my salary is going to pay everything that we need to pay, because if you lose out on your income, I still got us.
Right.
I still got us.
Right.
But if you are bringing something into our family,
Mm-hmm.
please don't believe that it should only go to you, because we are a family and we try to build this up.
It's funny. That's how my parents did. My father was an international banker, then ended up working at ACS when he came back from opening a bank in Ghana, Meridian Bio. Then he came back because he wanted to be in my life consistently.
Yeah.
He went to get his master's, became a clerk at ACS, and then retired from there. In the process, my mother was always a registered nurse at Kings County Hospital. Kings County Hospital. I was born in Brookdale, but my mother was in Kings County Hospital.
Downstate, yeah.
Oh yeah, right across the street. So what happened was, and I never understood it until you explained it, Harrison. But I was come from more of a rudimentary level, right? So they will They will keep one salary that will pay all the bills. They keep here's a trick for everybody that has a couple if you want to save money.
Yeah.
You live off the least the lesser salary, and you save the highest salary. So whoever's making, my mother's making close to 80, 90, because the registered nurse, they get up there at times. And my father's making, before more than less. You live off the lesser salary and you save, but I didn't think about the investment part, right? Mm-hmm. You invest the highest salary. And that's how you save a lot of money. You'd be surprised how fast you could get to $500,000 if your wife is making $100,000 and you put all that in the bank. Yeah. You'd be surprised. Now, if she's making $70,000, it would take you less than 10 years after you pay tax everything to get to $500,000. I'm just telling you how real couples do, right? And that's the family I come from. This is why I'm just not marrying everybody. I'm smashing anything walking, but I'm not just marrying anybody. You feel me? I'm messing with y'all. I'm joking. But you get what I'm saying. We're gonna bring up my boy, and I love you, so it was nothing like that. We're gonna bring up Truth is Never Favorite, and we're gonna move into the last phase, and then we all gonna sum it up together, and we're gonna have all his points because we know he gets long-winded. So I just want to make sure we went through his truth. It was nothing against you. I just want to get through this because this is not something I'm trying to get paid for. This is something I just want to give to the people and let you know that I really do care about y'all, and I want you to have a different perspective. We're not like any other channel or any other place. We're like kind of like Harrison, but Harrison's on a higher level, so go and follow his page. We are like channels that want to give back with information. And when you have information, you can make an informed decision. I'm not telling you what to do. There's no right way to live life, but I give you informed information and perspective through solution-driven conversations, right? So the last phase, before we get to the last phase, is called the dominant phase. And I'm not gonna do that until I get my 100 likes. Oh, y'all gonna get off the hook. I need 100 likes. It's 83 right now. Give me 17 likes. You know what to do.
You're true. They always call guys like us long-winded. You know why? Because we breathe in the wind of God, yo. We talking that thing, and sometimes they don't just, the man upstairs doesn't always speak with a mighty wind. Sometimes he speaks with a gentle whisper. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So respect the wind, yo.
Real talk, that's my guy right there.
Yeah, so what we want to do is get the likes to 100 before we get into the last phase, and we all have our conversation and we talk about what we just discussed, and we realize we try to correct what men do to women in relationships, man, and that's what we need to figure out. Because just like Jen said, if you read earlier, social media has created more narcissist people than ever. More narcissist people than ever. So we're gonna talk about that because Chef thumbs up, but we want to get the likes up. Please get the likes up. Get the likes up.
Hey, on the last spit back, my brother, you already know what type of man I am. I love that shit.
Yeah, no, you know it's all love, brother.
Already, we met. So I respect you calling it like how you see it. You felt as though, like, yeah, you let me know what it is.
Mm-hmm. But I did it in a respectful way, though. I respect what you said. Yeah. So what we gonna do? We're gonna see. That's what y'all gotta give it to Truth because he gives it out and he takes it. That's a man. So the ways. Can we get up the likes? Cause I really want to get to everybody's thing and get to the dominating part. We on 84. Come on, guys. Y'all could do better than that. Give me up to 100 real quick. That's what we do. We need that. We need 100 real quick. Give me that. Thank you. I appreciate it. We could wait right here all day. Not really, but you know how that goes. Come on, cause I gave you a lot about my sexual escapades. I ain't really feel comfortable with that. I gotta call my counselor again, my therapist.
Yeah, you might have to call your counselor on that one. Y'all need to have different type of conversations.
We're on 86 right now. Come on, we need 14 more. We good. Then we can just the night is young. The night is young. It's like 10:30. Chef or Black, are y'all doing an after thing after this or no?
Look, I didn't even know this was a thing. I didn't even know this was a thing.
I just want something to do it because we gotta sometimes we just gotta give them something just to give them something. We don't always have to, we just give them something. Also, at the end of the day, like I said, we got a couple of things. We switched up the schedule next week. I'm doing Monday and Wednesday, Fridays. E Black is doing Tuesdays, Chef is doing Thursdays. The ladies are doing Tuesdays from 9 to 11, 9 to 12. And they're gonna have the after the post game, whoever they decide. So we got a lot of structure coming to this channel, and also we got a lot of other channels coming from this channel. And these channels are going to be great. We got On the Block with Jenny, going to support her. On the Block with Jen, I apologize. Also, we got Darrell going Everything Every Day podcast. We got Chef Shapino, go and check that out. We got E Black, go and check it out. He got a special thing, conversations with a vegan.
Got some merch. I got some True Pill merch.
Okay, talking about that too. While we wait before we get the last phase. This the dominant phase. That's the last phase. So we want to get to that. We at 100 yet? Did we at 100? Nope. We nowhere.
They holding it out on the likes.
We nowhere near 100. We not nowhere near 100. We usually do 100 an hour. Why today? Nobody messing with us today.
I guess you got to do giveaways, man. That's what they want. They want
Man,
money.
I'm not giving them anything, man. I got a webcam. I'm waiting. I got a webcam. I'm not giving anything. Don't let this Rolly fool y'all. This is her name money. When I came home, I bought this for myself.
He said that's my Rolly.
Yeah. Don't let that roll. That's that. I blood, sweat, and tears in this, man. So don't let that fool you. Actually, did I buy it for myself or did?
Hey, yo, these traits you're not, man. Who is this about? Like you ran across a brother like this, man. This is true narcissism, right?
It is narcissism, but it's also some men, like I think Chef is gonna get into it, because of social media. These traits are becoming more common, and we're gonna wait until we're gonna wait for your gem, but we need these likes. Let's get these likes. We're on 88. Come on, guys.
You know what it is, brother? It's not even.
Hold on 1 second, because we want to get the like. I really got to get the 100. That's my goal to always get 100, a minimum. And I usually get in the first hour. Truth. I don't know what's going on today. Today's crazy. 1, 2, 3, kid. What's up, baby? What's going on? We out here. And for those who don't know, you can always get the Love and Life Through the Eyes of Travel book. Please go and get it. It's on Kindle, Apple iBooks, as well as BookBaby, and Amazon. Also, if you're not a member of King's Court, please be a member. Just click on join. It's $9.99. We're gonna have exclusive content and also fun emojis for y'all to play with and joke around with. We're gonna have the 4-man horseman emoji coming soon. And then also, you want to go to Bonfire Store Conversations with King. We have the Fly apparel. Please get the apparel because we want to have an apparel party online. Everybody have their apparel and their pictures, and that'd be fly. Please go and get that. I beg of you. Also, we want to give. Hold on. Let me get this. Hold on. Yeah, I put it. Hold on. You could have typed it up and put it, and I would have posted. That's easy. I'm not good with this. Go to you're mute. Go to the True Pill store too. Go and support Chef and everything. Everybody, True Pill Garden, Community Garden. True Pill got the fly gear up there as well. We also got the Conversation King merchandise. And anybody have anything else they want to promote before we close out with the last one, and also final remarks and Truth giving us the whole spiel of what he wants to say, how he wants to say it, and when he wants to say it. We need 12 more. That's it. Let's not be selfish. The likes. It's free. We had 90. We need 10 more. You can do 10 more like this. It's nothing. Bring people to the room. This encourages you to share this page as well. Share the page as well.
Well, to be honest with you, Harrison got some gear too. He trying to be modest.
All right, so let's. Can you type it so I could just put it on the thing as well? Oh, also shop E Black. Let me go E Black. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me get E Black thing, and then True Pill. Go and support everybody's stuff, man. Listen, we are black men out here handling our business. And we providing you this information, and this is like well thought out information. It's not like we coming on top of our heads and stuff like that. We do get a little crazy and for entertainment purposes, but we provide information. Shop E Black TV as well. We also want to give everybody who doesn't follow Harris family, please follow him. His information is fire.
Yeah, I got some boxing gear. I got some boxing gear on there too. So just in case anybody likes boxing.
Oh yeah, I got a shout out my platform too. Knowledge and relationships. Knowledge
Yeah,
and relationships. Like
shout out to M3 and Mr. Western World. Knowledge and relationship. We know we went up there last time, and Cheryl kicked that ass. She got the most views. We respect Cheryl because she comes from the garden. She kicked my ass, but she kicked it. Hey Aisha Smith, what's up? What's up, boo? 8 more likes. Please go to Harrison's Family Vlogs clothing store. It's called Fatherless Father His Sons, right?
Well, actually, that's the title of my book. From
Okay,
a fatherless father to his
I'm sorry,
sons.
the book.
Yeah,
Sorry. Fatherless Father His Sons. Please go and get the book. It's on Amazon. Please go and get it and support it. Like y'all support my book. You're the reason why I'm pulling up in the G-Wagon in December. I want to say thank y'all. I'm lying. I'm totally lying. Y'all did not buy enough books for me to put the G-Wagon, but I want to manifest it. We want to manifest it, right? Listen, for those who don't know what my day job is, I'm actually an executive director of my father's company. So what we do is we take buildings and we renovate them and we build on them, and then we also use a majority of the rental income to give kids scholarships. So this is what we do. So those who know Brownsville, know East New York, and know about what me and my father does for the community. You know, and actually we give out awards just the 30th. I have to give out the scholarships to the kid that we selected. So the scholarship is for those who attend CUNY but live in NYCHA buildings in Brownsville, East New York. The only person.
Brownsville, okay?
Huh?
You from Brownsville?
I'm from Brownsville, Brooklyn, born and raised.
Oh, you from Tyson land, shorty? That's from.
Yeah, I'm from Tyson. Riddick Bowe too.
Riddick Bowe, yeah.
So what happens is the only people that give more than us is the Levine family, which is a Jewish family that was born in East New York. They give $100,000 a year to all the NYCHA buildings in the city, but we give $50,000 a year, and we focus on projects in Brownsville and East New York, because everybody knows that Brownsville has the second highest concentration of projects in the city, right after Queensbridge, and then if you want to talk about the Bronx, but we like the most concentrated. So that's what we do. So when the other people, when they talk about they do stuff, I keep quiet because I know what wealth is, and I also know that, you know, if you really got it, you become a philanthropist, right?
Your community impact means more.
Right. So I don't, that other page that I left to come here, I praise them because I got started over there, but they're not messing with me. They're not. I don't want to. The stuff I do, I don't even want to talk about it. That's why I just joke. I come here to talk about the girls and the relationships and joke around. But we don't want to have these high level conversations. We really don't. We really don't. And if we do, it's going to be a problem. Thank you so much for getting to 100, and thank you, the fellas on the panel, for being patient. Let's get to the last one, which is the dominating phase. And the dominating phase deals with he imprisons her in a toxic relationship / marriage. She feels powerless and regrets ever meeting him, loving him, bearing children for him. He crushes her until the day she will get herself out of this prison. Damn. You know what's crazy? That last phase seems like it's not complete until a man imprisons her with a child. Do you think men imprison women with children?
Yes, they do. They do. And you know what I mean? Shout out to you, King, for everything you've done in Brownsville, man. Shout out to Brownsville from Brownsville too.
Thank you, man.
Oh,
one more thing. I'm sorry, one more thing. Before you go, whoever speaks on this, let me get one more thing up here. Harrison clothing merch. Please go and support that as well. I'm sorry I didn't see that earlier. Right.
But yes.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So in some cultures, yes, men use, women, in order to basically carry on their heritage and their family name and their culture. So yes, they use them as basically, baby incubators, and you know what I mean, and they do that because they know the woman is fertile, or they know they can just take advantage of that woman. And so when they can do that, and they know they can manipulate her, what I'm saying, that's what they do. And it's sad because a lot of times these are women who really care about these men, and they really are women who have probably been beaten down by their own family or by other men, and now this man is just using her, based on her own insecurities and on her own self-hate, or hate for men, period, just hate for herself or whatever. So yes, there's a lot of men who do that, and they do that to basically, with an agenda. And it's sad because these women will probably, some of them, if they're married, they'll never experience a true man really loving her for her. Only thing they'll ever experience is somebody just using them for their own bodies and just to basically carry on their legacy. So yeah.
Okay. Anybody else? Dominant phase is children using children to imprison them and complete the phases of destroying a woman's life.
Hey, yo, bro, what are you reading off of?
This is an article.
Like it's an article because I was about to say it sounds narrative.
Yeah, it's an article. It's an article that explains this. Because I was thinking about this the whole time, and so I looked up an article, and I was like, wow. It's kind of like you ever read the Willie Lynch letter?
Yeah, it sounds like somebody writing from third person. That's why.
Right. It's like the Willie Lynch letter with the castration of the black men, the social castration of the black men. But this is like what men will do to women to destroy them during a relationship.
So I'm gonna make this, like you said, I could be a little long with it, so I'm gonna make it short and sweet. First thing first, as far as with the YouTube situation, I don't think it produces narcissism.
Now you do social media.
Social media. I don't think it produces. I think it made the narcissist more comfortable to come out to be who they are. That's what happened.
Okay.
And you see more of it in the manosphere. They're just coming out like clockwork. They're the ones that's champion.
Wow. Okay, I see what you're talking about. Okay.
Like, you got all these Samuelettes. They out here, going hard for their daddy and everything. You feel what I'm saying? Already. So the second part is it's this movie. Everybody's seen it. It's called Enough with Jennifer Lopez in it.
Right.
Like I said, I'm gonna make it short and sweet. You remember her daggone husband Mitch?
Right.
He embodies every characteristic you name.
Damn.
That's it. That's all I got to say. If anybody remember that movie, every characteristic you drop down, he illustrated it in that movie. Everything.
Wow. Anybody wants to add on to that? No?
No, you guys are pretty much hit it on the head,
Chef?
Yeah. So as far as the narcissism goes, I can't speak too much on the domination aspect, but just the narcissism aspect alone, social media definitely plays a major part. A major part. I got something for you to put up on the screen.
It says, and this is what it says, because social media, particularly Facebook and Instagram, focus on sharing one's own image and opinions, young adults who use these platforms frequently are prone to narcissism. Why? Yes.
Because research shows that higher amounts of social media use, it predicts higher levels of what they call grandiose narcissism.
Right.
Grandiose, a certain level of grandiosity built on the foundation of that image that you're trying to put out there. But that image that you're trying to put out there is not just one small image. It's an image since there's going to be likes, since it's going to be scaled, graded. You get likes, you get this, that, and the other. What's going to take place is you're going to judge the level of engagement,
right,
as a level of success, as a level of people thinking you look good in a bikini versus someone else. And then a lack of that engagement, it pretty much, as crazy as it is.
Okay, so here's the question.
People look at it, wait, let me just,
she agrees with you.
People are getting narcissism. They're getting narcissism and depressed based on analytics.
No, but she agrees with you. She's saying, I want to ask a question for you and Truth to go have.
Who she disagreeing with?
No, I want to ask this question.
Oh, I didn't see what
I want to ask this question so y'all can have a friendly gentleman debate. On the blockchain says, no, not true to you, Truth. Not at all. Social media is creating narcissism. People who would have never been a vain and attention seeking are today. Chef is right, because Chef says, no, it does create. You saying that it reveals. So I would like to have a friendly, manly debate between y'all two. Does it create or does it reveal?
All right, so see, a lot of people, it's just like with your purpose. A lot of people get that misconstrued with what you do then versus who you are. Your purpose is who you are.
Right.
Who you are by your default and how you was raised internally with your family, that produces narcissism. A lot of people that were, single children, they have these traits automatically. I forgot, Chef, what's the single child syndrome? That's what it is. They are prone to be narcissism, not very narcissistic traits. Also, for her to say that this thing is creating somebody that was never had behavior problems, mental issues, any of these traits at all, they just was regularly unselfish, sacrificial lambs, prone to the slaughter, and all of a sudden they just came out selfish, attention-seeking people pleasers. That's what I call them. They just came out, and now basically from one extreme to the next, because that's what the narcissist is. It's the other side of the spectrum. It's just like a person that's a empath. You know what an empath is, right? That's the opposite end of the spectrum from a narcissist. You feel what I'm saying? So for her, what she's saying to be,
I got to push back.
Yeah, hold up. For what
some of the most strongest, best narcissists, some of the most successful narcissists are empaths. The best con men in the world and the best hustlers in the world are actually highly skilled empaths because they have the ability to read the room and to read that person that they're trying to hustle. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
what do you think?
I feel what you're saying. See, it mostly goes about the part about being a giver.
Drop the link, King.
I'm doing it right now. I was waiting for please.
Narcissist is basically the most selfish person you can think of. They do everything that reverts back to self. The reason why they do things, their purpose is their self. So I can't say an empath when I know an empath is about feeling and being connected to another individual. That's something different from me. But to go back to what Jim was saying, like I can't say that somebody that did not have those traits all of a sudden because of social media has that. I don't believe that. They had that before social media. They had problems inside of their household. They was raised a certain way, to be selfish, to be spoiled, to be self-centered, to have that all about them. So I can't agree with that. We're going to disagree. It's all good.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, I'm sharing what you just said. Hold on.
All right, thanks.
So what is you don't have to. I mean, you can explain if you want to. I'm going to share regardless.
That was just to Loverboy Lensky. He wanted to know to get in touch with me.
Oh yeah. So say it out loud because not everybody got to see it. And I'm going to bring Jen up, but you got your second master's in.
I got
Jen, you just left.
Okay. I have a master's in marriage and family counseling,
right,
and a master's of science and teaching.
Right. So he's not just up here just fronting, right? This is what you do for a living. The two things in the background is not scribble scrabble; they hard earned, right? Yeah. And if you ever wonder why
you do, Harrison, and what else? Stop being modest. What else do you
what?
Teach. I'm a teacher, marriage and family coach,
right.
Counseling. Author. I mentor young men and children and families. It's I serve people.
Jen, you keep on coming. Yeah, so you keep on coming on, but I want to say also, you see why I do what I do too, because I do have a teaching by 2 of my masters. I got a psychology undergrad at Boston College, and also I got a master's in curriculum instruction at Boston College, and then I got a master's in educational policy and social analysis at Teachers College, Columbia University. So when you see me come on here and I have this fun style, I'm going back to the old ways of being Mr. H. Remember, I stopped teaching because I wanted to get these IG models. I started living a life of crime. It got me in the feds, but it's just the honest truth. But my background, my core is that of being someone in the field of pedagogy. So just don't ever forget that. Even though I come over a little bit street, and I'm an academic at core.
I just wanted to say, bro, thank you for all you do. Real talk, man.
Oh no, I appreciate you, brother.
I encourage a lot of people with resources to do what I call putting feet to the fire.
That's
so I appreciate you, putting, your mouth, your money, your essence to, what's important to you, and you putting it back right where you came from. A lot of people can't say that, so thank you, brother.
I appreciate that. Jen, are you good now? Can you keep on going off and on?
I know I'm having technical difficulties. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yay. Okay, so drop the link, please. I said please.
Okay, thank you. You know that means a lot to me. All right. Like, so what's up? What you guys play? Don't act nice now, because you come with the spiciness. Talk to us.
So what had happened was, this is not, just so you know a little bit why I'm opining so strongly about narcissism, is because I happen to study it, because I am working on a documentary about narcissistic personality disorder.
Wow.
So I have a couple books on it. So this is not just my random opinion, although everybody has an opinion. This is not my random opinion. Like Chef said, there are stats, there are studies. So yes, it is very, very true and possible that someone who wasn't prone to narcissism before or prior has now been conditioned by social media, because social media is very, very powerful and people are on it all day, every day. So you have to understand that, yes, something can manifest in you that wasn't there prior, because now you're a different person with a different tool and a different habit, right? So yeah, there are studies that show young people, older people. That's why we see things now like, and no offense to anyone who's fat, just bear with me. Now we see things like, let's say a Lizzo, where back in the day, someone like her would be very shy about her body. I don't want to show my body. Now she's out in a thong and she's demanding to be liked. And if you don't like her, you get attacked and the mob attacks you. So it's people that would have never been that way before, and now in your face saying, I'm going to post this picture, I'm going to count my likes, I'm going to want you to like me. And therein lies the birth of a narcissist that wouldn't have been a narcissist. Narcissistic personality disorder is a disorder and is serious, and the child is broken around 5 or 6 years of age. So it's not something that is just like, oh, it's random and it happens. And if you're selfish, that means you're narcissistic. If you think you're pretty, that means you're narcissistic. No, actually, no. It's a lot deeper than that.
Hey, Jen, you just basically said what I just said. I said it starts from childhood. They are prone and groomed into this. And what I was saying is, social media, before social media happened, if it never happened, they still would have been narcissists. This just adds an avenue for them to be openly who they are.
Right, but no. Narcissists are always open about who they are. You do realize, right? Like narcissists don't need social media to be psychopathic.
I'm not saying they would. That's basic. All right, see, we're saying the same thing. I'm saying that they would be who they are, regardless of social media. They will be outwardly who they are to the people that's around them. It's not anecdotal because it's anecdotal when the people are around them that know them. We can see them openly because of social media. If social media wasn't there, we wouldn't know exactly Lizzo is doing this, such is doing this.
No, we're not saying the same thing. We're actually saying the opposite thing.
Yeah.
We're not saying the same thing. Only 1 in 200 people are narcissists. They're not a huge part of the population. It's about 200,000, right? So it's not common, right? And narcissists, they don't hide. It's not covert, right? When they're grooming you, right, to use you as supply, they're covert, but then they're out. So I think what you're saying is, well, now we see them because of social media. No, they're narcissists are narcissists, and that is how they are. But what you're seeing, let me finish because it's really low. So if you guys talk over me, I honestly can't hear you because for some reason my phone is low. What you're actually seeing, Truth, are the narcissists that are being created by social media. That is what you're seeing. You're not seeing narcissists that started at 5 and 6 years old. What you're actually seeing is an abundance. Like when you see the manosphere, like when you see these women online, what you're seeing is what social media is creating. These aren't the narcissists that are broken at 5 and 6 years old, because a true narcissist is rare. It's only 1 in 200 people. You understand? So we're saying the opposite thing.
Okay, well, the thing that we're saying the same thing. I believe they're going to be who they are. It's just open. It's just, we can see it. And also, like you said, you studied it. I told Chef this too. I'm a CMT, a certified med technician, and I work with people with mental disabilities. You know, people that need help, assisted living homes, and all that. So I'm around them frequently. So this is not something that I just made up in my mind. This is not an opinion. This is actually like my work.
Yeah, but you're probably not around narcissists frequently. You're probably around the mentally ill.
Well, that's very ignorant of you because you don't know. So that's an insinuation.
Wait, so can I ask a question just to light up the steam because it's about to go left?
No. Good.
It's not going to go left. It's not going to go left. He's a CNT, so he's dealing with people who are mentally disabled, mentally ill. That's different from narcissists. First of all, narcissists don't seek help. You do know that, right? Narcissists don't volunteer to go into a therapist's office because they're in denial about their narcissism.
I never said that, but people who have explosive disorders also has NPD.
But you know they're different, right? You know psychopathy,
I know
NPD.
I know it's different.
Okay.
A person can have multiple disorders. They can be narcissistic and have psychosis and have a lot of things.
So can I ask a question?
If it wasn't for HIPAA law, I would actually show you a guy named Terry that I take care of, and I can show it to you.
That's why my phone is so damn low.
Because of HIPAA law, I can't show it to you.
All right, so let me ask you a question. Jen, since you've been doing this documentary and doing the research behind it, out of all the people on this panel, who is more likely to be a narcissist?
Ouch.
No,
she always keep it real, right? You keep it real, right?
Huh? I do keep it real, but I need more information.
No, based on your observation, who's the most narcissistic?
She would need a lot more information.
Yeah, I need a lot more information.
She needs your background from your childhood. She needs how you work with
based on observation. It's a playful question, but based on observation, who could be who's the most narcissistic on this panel?
All right, playful conversation, I would say Truth.
Okay.
Just playful.
Why is that?
But this is not my diagnosis. I'm saying playfully only because. No.
I just want to laugh.
Listen, I bet you everybody up on the panel needs to go to tell the truth, E Black.
Can I say something, please?
Yes.
Let me finish for crying out loud. I ain't got all night tonight. Playfully, I would say Truth, right? But I don't think he is a narcissist. But you said playfully.
Right.
And the only reason I would say that, it's not even narcissism to me, but out of all the men on the panel, they're all pretty even keel, right? Where it's kind of like they're not going to be argumentative too much. They're going to fall back if they see, all right, this person is out of control. They're pretty much even keel. King, you're just cocky. You're just cocky and you're playful. But truth is and I like truth, but truth is he's how can I say it? He's a darker personality. Like he can go dark deep really quick. Like it doesn't take much. Like he'll go dark and deep quick, where the other guys are more even keel.
Elaborate on that. Let me see if you're correct. Elaborate on that. Let me see if you far left.
Well, you're going to disagree. You're not going to agree with me.
Oh, no, listen, I always keep it a buck.
I don't know. I'm thinking he kind of feeling you a little right.
Hold on. To the Guardians, do y'all think I'm cocky? Put one if it's yes, and put two of them.
Oh my God! Give them all the ones. Give them every one you have.
Yo, listen. Am I cocky? Be honest. One or two? Two for
it's not a bad cocky. It's like Diddy. Like I can imagine hanging around you is like hanging around Diddy. It's not a bad cocky.
I wouldn't per se call him cocky. Not at all. I just think he's confident. He's confident in who he is and what he can do and what he's done. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think when a man is really confident in who he is and what he can do, we're not used to seeing that. We're not used to seeing masculinity that's actually positive. And I think because of that,
I gotta disagree with that because I think Chef is that way.
Hold on. Because when King tells you things, he's giving you facts about who he really is, right? And he's able to back up them facts. Now, I mean, a guy who's cocky, you know what I'm saying? He may say stuff. He may not be always able to back it up, and it may be just, you know, him masquerading with machismo and arrogance. But with King, I just feel like he's confident. And the reason why I say that he's confident is because an arrogant person usually is only really focused on themselves and their intentions. King is focused on helping others, you know what I'm saying, as well as empowering himself. So I would definitely not call him arrogant or cocky. You know what I mean?
Well, you added arrogant, so now you're making it negative. When I said cocky, I don't mean it negatively.
I'm saying what it is as a whole, sis.
But you can't tell me what I meant by cocky, though, brother. You can't tell me what I meant by cocky.
No. But if you call somebody cocky,
you added arrogant, and that makes it a negative. When I say cocky, I'm talking about, you know, a Kobe Bryant, a Michael Jordan, a Diddy. These are men that can back up everything that they say. But it doesn't mean that a man has to be cocky and boastful.
Yeah, cocky.
For real.
Hold on a second. Cocky means confident, right? I just want to be clinical. And then arrogance, if you Google arrogance,
right,
it means arrogance means an overinflated, you know, opinion of oneself or abilities or something to that effect.
No, so we need the clinical. We need the dictionary version because
you like to do with facts.
Okay,
so I can't leave my screen.
No, I got you. I was close, but I want to give it to you.
They can hold it down herself
because Hey, Jen, go ahead and finish with that darkness.
Yeah, because if you call somebody cocky, to me that if something, because I've been called cocky. When somebody's called me cocky, it ain't been to be positive. It's been to be negative.
Hey, Jen.
You know what I mean? And cocky says cocky. I'm looking at the definition right now. It says conceited or arrogant, especially
cocky
in a bold or impudent way. I just read the definition.
Okay, so can I just want to know if I could finish. Lord Jesus.
Cocky says conceited.
And I'm not even religious. And I'm like, Lord Jesus. I get who is that talking anyway? Because I don't recognize it. Mr. Best in the world.
Best in the world. Best in the world.
Okay, best in the world. Okay, that's an interesting name for this conversation. So, okay, so let's.
Why? Thank you.
So listen, I think that because you just said, right, I've been called cocky before, right? I think you're speaking from that experience. When I say cocky, first of all, I like all the gentlemen on the panel. I'm not really familiar with you too much, but I like all the gentlemen on the panel. But I have to disagree with something you said, right? Because you said that just means he's confident what he could say. I don't think that every man that's confident has to be cocky and loud, right? My dad he could back up everything that he said. He was very strong and very silent, right? So there's two types of confidence. I think that out of all the guys on the panel, King is the most cocky, but that I don't think that means that he can't back up what he's saying. I know he can. He's proved it. But I don't think he needed a personality attorney, because we're just having light conversation. If I thought he was cocky for real, I wouldn't deal with him. But if you heard cocky and they said it to you in a negative way, that has nothing to do with what I just said. I'm cocky as fuck sometimes too.
So you saying
I care for my people. You know what I'm saying? I do stuff for my community.
So Jen, you saying cockiness to you is someone that's confident but talks a lot.
Yes, like the way Diddy is. I think Diddy is dope. I don't know him personally.
Yeah,
but I'm saying when he walks in, Diddy don't just walk in. He walking and dancing and pointing and but you know what I'm saying? Like.
So I do that. I come in when I come in.
Yeah, look at you doing it right now.
You funny. You're funny. Now I get what you're saying. So
like you know what I mean? You come in, you dancing, you showing your body, you talking about, you know what I mean? I don't think you're arrogant, because you hold back a lot about what you can say you have and you don't. Like you hold back a lot. So I wouldn't tag you with arrogance. Arrogance is something else.
And I'm not being anybody's attorney or sticking up for anybody. I'm just having.
But that's exactly what you did. What you did was the definition of that.
No, I'm not doing that at all. We're having an open discussion. So if you, and I'm not coming at you, sis, at all. Please understand, I'm not. I'm just giving you a definition of what cocky means, and like I said, the definition of cocky.
You sound like.
Hold on.
I can't hear you. That's why I'm interrupting you.
Okay. Give me one moment. Because, like I said, cocky means conceited or arrogant, especially in a bold or impudent way. That is the definition of cocky, and I'm reading the definition right to you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like I said, I'm not coming at you at all. We're just having a open discussion about this, and I'm just basically saying what's the difference between that and a male's character, and we're just using King as a specific example. That's all.
My sound is off. Can you guys hear me clearly? Because it sounds like you're talking like a robot. Can you hear me clearly?
I can hear you. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you sound. I can hear you, but you sound like you're talking like a robot. Can somebody else speak so I can hear their voice, please?
Yeah.
Do I sound robotic still?
Yeah. You hear mine?
Nah, everybody's funked up. Hold on.
I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, that was a great discussion. And on the block, Jen, Mr. Best in World 84 is definitely. Oh, she's.
Damn,
definitely family. When she comes back, I know that. So we all cool. Mr. True was trying to find out his dark side.
Yeah, I want to see how. I want to see.
That's go on Chef page and find that out.
Truth for trying to take Jen down the rabbit hole.
Right. So with that being said, shout out to everybody that came in. Shout out to that compliment. And shout out to Mr. Best in the World for being a Browns villain and always, even though right or wrong, he's going to stand up. And I love that.
Definitely.
But she meant positivity. She's cool. I always joke around with her. And I like the way that's an example of how you deal with women. I like the fact that no matter how you felt her tone was, you gave her that respect, and that's kind of what Chef and Harrison was talking about. As men, no matter how you feel a woman is talking to you, how you feel, and she wasn't loud, but it could be perceived as that. You still give her respect.
Yeah,
and you still show love. And that's what men are supposed to do when you're around beautiful women. I'm sorry, let me drop her the link again. Hold on. That's what you're supposed to do, because she's a woman of respect. So, and she knows that, you know what I mean? But we have people, she has a strong personality, and she wants to make sure you heard her clearly and precise. But I love the fact that no matter what, you gave her respect, and I appreciate you for that. And that shows how much of a man you are, because only real men can do what Chef and Harrison described. You feel me?
Oh, most definitely. Much love to her. Shout out to her platform on the block with Jen. Much love to her on the block with Jen. Like I said, no disrespect. We're just having an open conversation.
Oh, she's coming back right now.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Let me hear what you got to say.
Yeah, she's warrior class.
Can you hear me okay now?
You sound much better.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, I was just telling him that. I'm telling him how thank you for respecting you, even though he didn't agree, and no matter how he perceived your tone, and it wasn't a bad tone at all. But a lot of people like to paint you as someone loud and rude. He still gave you that respect, and I'm saying, as men, no matter how you feel a woman's coming at you, we as men are not supposed to talk down or bad or come back confrontational or combative with women, right? So I'm just glad he displayed it. Other channels don't show that, right? Other channels would use the subscribers that they have to make people. Today I saw something from the lady attorney. The lady attorney still has clips up saying talking to Latina races, and that's corny, right? You're still. I saw that today, and when I saw it, I was like, sometimes you just gotta, I'm not here to bash women. You feel me? If you're not digging a woman, then remove yourself. It's just really that simple with me, right? It's really that simple. Yeah. So I just like the way that my brother, Mr. Best in the World, was handling things, and I think every man needs to learn that. You feel me?
Thank you, bro. Thank you, and much love to you, Jen. Like I said, no disrespect. I respect your platform and respect your views. I definitely want to work with you in the future, definitely, and network with you. And I just wanted to have an open conversation. That's all it was. And I definitely got respect and love for you as a sister, most definitely. But go ahead, sis.
So let's get it. No, what I wanted to reply to what you said.
He said, I'm only doing that to Jen because of pretty privilege. Only beautiful women deserve that. No, all women deserve that. All women deserve that, not just Jen. You know what? My next 4 girls are gonna be not so pretty, so to prove to y'all what's going on.
And you know what's funny? That's one of the things we mentioned on the Pretty Privilege episode, where it's like we can't even get treated nice, man, because it's like, how are we supposed to get treated because we pretty? Like shit. Like I don't get that. But anyway, moving on. Going back to Mr. Best in the World and Chef, thank you for posting the definition. But again, I didn't mean it in a negative way, right? And then I saw somebody, Tristan said, he's from New York, he's cocky. That's true. I got called cocky literally a couple hours ago because being from New York, that is how we are. We're cocky. I'm cocky. I don't see it as a negative. Despite what the definition in the dictionary says, I don't see it as a negative. And when I said that you were defending him and you was like, no, we just haven't opened a conversation. The reason why I said that was because you went beyond the definition. Then you started telling me about his character and his personality and what he does in his community. And I already know that about King. So I felt like you were playing like panel attorney, because I'm like, King doesn't need defense or like anyone to speak for him. I know who King is, right? So that's what I meant by that. Like I'm like, you don't have to defend him. I know who King is. So I didn't mean it, despite what the dictionary says. I didn't mean cocky in a negative way. I get called cocky because of what I know and how I speak about what I know. But I'm like, King is like, he's like Diddy to me, and I don't look at cocky people negatively. Like when people didn't like Kobe, they were like, oh, he's too cocky. I'm like, but look at what he's capable of, right? So that's how I view it. I actually admire it. But I just wanted to say that a man doesn't have to be that way to be hecho y derecho and to be thorough, because there are men that are very strong and silent, like my father, like some of the guys I've seen on these panels, right? And they're also very capable of proving they are who they are. So that's what I wanted to say. You don't have to be, a woman doesn't have to speak and talk like me to be 100% about her business either, right? We just have different personalities. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Well, we watch out for the soft-spoken ones. Listen.
The snakes in the grass.
Yeah, but listen, at the end of the day, I want to say thank you, everybody, for coming up today. Hopefully you'll be seeing something with me, Harrison and Jen, pretty soon. Hopefully that comes up pretty soon. Also, we want to say shout out to E Black. Tomorrow he has a conversation with Vegan. I'm not sure if Chef is going to do a show after this, but get ready for Chef coming on Thursday on his own channel. I will not be on Tuesday and Thursdays. That is for the family to get on. Shout out to Mr. Best in World M3 for knowledge and relationships. They're building up right now. They passed the 500 mark, and we're trying to get them to the 1,000 mark. Also, Harrison is let's get Harrison to the $50,000 mark, 50,000 mark. That's what he needs. He's already at the 5.
You get that.
He's at the 5, and he's okay. You know what's crazy? No disrespect to everybody else and things, but I think all the influencers from New York, we need to get together and just really create a network where we all support each other and you know, help everybody. And I think that's what Mr. Best in the World was trying to do.
Who else is from New York? Who else is from New York?
All y'all gonna do is get y'all butters together, man. Y'all need to stop.
Harrison from New York. Mr. Best in the World from New York, but he lives in the Bay Area. And Chef is from New York, but he claims Georgia as well, but he's from New York.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So what happens but what happens is we want to make sure that we build that network and help each other grow, because what's going to happen is we all know we have to benefit everybody. And then even if we from New York, we could still help out E Black, Darrell, and anybody, Cheryl, whoever comes through, they know they got something. Then we could do events here, you know? We just got to really team up and make this happen. And also, pay homage. Pay homage to Harrison. I don't know how long you've been doing this, but to get 5,000, you could tell us to get 5,000 subscribers and really be giving good material. That's impressive. You know, and I just started, 6 weeks ago, and getting monetized. It was me. I did out of, I don't know. I'm from Brooklyn, so I did it out of spite because I didn't like the network I came from. So that energy made me do this. But now we have to be. Thank you, Joanna, for the donation. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Truly appreciate you. But what happens is, thank you. So now we moving up. So now the equipment's going to get better next year. Boom, boom, boom. And I just want to make sure that hopefully you can provide us guidance. Jen's about to become monetized real soon, and she's a personality, so she's like a buck away. And when we get her monetized, it's going to be a problem. Darrell, E Black, Chef. So I'm not the guys that wait till 50,000, 100,000, a million, then help everybody out. Let's do it now, right? And we following your lead. And we shifting the paradigm. We're not having the typical Kevin Samuel conversations, right? We having the conversations for solution, and we want to make sure that everybody has that. Everybody here is actually pretty intelligent, right? And we want to make sure that we position ourselves to get there. And like I said, I'm a businessman at core, so we don't need 1 million subscribers to live great. You could have a solid 5,000, 10,000. And you could this could be a day job if you have that level of engagement and commitment from that low number. This could be a day job, and we want to make sure that we have a lot of people who are considered real influencers to focus on being influencers, right? Imagine if Jen could just focus on just doing this. Do you know how much information, how much guidance she can provide, and how much engagement, whether you like her or not, is that level of engagement that sparks thought, right? And even E Black, Chef, you know what I mean? Mr. Best in the World, Darrell. We want to get Loverboy Langsky, but he's going through his training program moderator, but we want to get him on the show ASAP because he got a story to tell. We just want to encourage everybody to do what they need to do. And that's what I'm about. But don't get it twisted. I'm with the bullshit. I'm definitely with the bullshit. Definitely with the bullshit. But I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? I'm a get money dude, but I'm definitely with that. So, with that being said, thank you, everybody. If you have any final words, please say, because we're about to end this right now.
Can I say something?
Yes.
You know why you branched off and did your own show?
Why?
Because you cocky.
That's a fact, though. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact, because I was like, yo, how dare you tell me what to do?
Hey, Jen.
Fact, like my whole life I've been in. My whole life I've been in. So I'm trying to figure out like what's going on.
Hey, I'm with it. I'm with it. You already know.
You gotta come to York. Y'all gotta come to York and see if I'm lying or not. But I just didn't get that, man.
Party at King's house.
No. No. All right.
Hey Jen, let me hear that darkness.
Oh, we at the end now.
Oh, Miss Deb is funny. Yeah. We at the end now. We going to Chef doing your thing or no?
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I'm gonna be jumping on for a little bit, but that's gonna be closer. That's gonna be closer to 12. Right now, I got a few things that you're gonna see it popping up. Got some stuff edited from our Sherelle Speaks series, from a Sherelle Speaks series.
That's
And
fine.
her name is, I gave her a nickname. I normally am the one that selects nicknames for my folks. The Trucking Princess, Sherelle Speaks.
I like that.
All right. And I had, she's, forget all the debates and all of that. Yeah, that's a beautiful young sister, man.
Yeah, Sherelle's dope.
And I tried my best in terms of the thumbnail as well to capture her in that. So, enjoy it. She did a thing. Did a thing.
That's fine.
And they actually, all 4 of them are going up as we speak. 2 of them are listed right now. And I'm setting them public, the other 2 public right now. And we have 4 in the series. One is Love versus Purpose. Right. The other is I Never Want to Fall in Love. The other one is Men 45 dating 20s, women in the 20s is sick. And then the last one is Self-Improvement Isn't a Sprint, it's a marathon.
Let's go, Sherelle. Let's go, Sherelle. That's dope. That's dope. Listen, if y'all Wu-Tang fans, let me know if y'all Wu-Tang fans. Because if you know Wu-Tang fans,
Sherelle ain't nothing to fuck with.
Well, let me tell you what's going on right now. I did a conversation with Kings is only built for Cuban links, and you know who helped me out.
Raekwon.
You know Raekwon, but Ghostface is one that held down that whole album, right?
Purple tape.
Yeah. So, but Shep now, so now Shep is creating his Iron Man.
Iron Man.
That's his Iron Man right now. His page is Iron Man. That's the one that made Chef All I Got Is You, Iron Man. So go and support him, please. Go and support him. With that being said, we are gone. I'm gonna finish my concentrate going to tequila by myself. I know y'all think I got a lot of ladies, but I don't. I just be by myself. Right?
Okay.
Y'all take care. Y'all take care, and I appreciate y'all. Love.
Love.
Love y'all.
Later, y'all.
God bless everybody.
Love.
Yeah.